It's Friday. What are you doing? Get your Ask Me No questions in here and let's talk about something. Yeah, buddy. Uh-oh. See what's going to happen here. So Funky didn't go live. Nobody else went live. So I'm live. Yeah, man. So the Mustang, the 93 LX, I put some new tires and wheels on her, and I like them. Yes, I do. I like them a whole lot. Oh boy, what's this? Who's this? Hey, what up, Fat Boy Fox? My friend. What is going on with you? Let's see here. Pop out chat. Fat Boy Fox, what are you up to, my friend? Bama 5.0. What is going on? Yeah, buddy. Oh, I'm tired, man. I was tired. But hey, we're going to do a live stream if it's just for a little while. Our buddy Funky, he didn't go live tonight, so I figured I would. Just got home from Foxborough. So how was that, man? You don't live far from there. Hey, Noel, how you doing, my friend? Um, how was it? I really wanted to go down there, but with the circumstances of all these strikes and everything going on, I had to stick it home. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, and then we got, man, I tell you what, we got a nice few people in here already. Already. Let's see. In case we have any visitors. It was, I bet it was, man. Was there a lot of Fox bodies there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody's messaging me. Hang on, see who it is. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Bama, what are you doing, buddy? Yes, all tips. Okay, cool, man. Man, I would like to have went. But, like I says, I got a lot of stuff going on around here. Getting her done, man. Oh, crap. I got itch. Yeah. Did you get no, Rich? They ain't gonna get laid off. They like me too much. They like me too much, Rich. They like me too much. I do all the crap nobody wants to do. That's why they like me so much. No. So where I work at hasn't nothing to do with the big three. So we're a separate entity. Um, you know what? Quite a mess. It is a mess. It really is. I think that these guys are giving. Are giving. I think these companies are really giving a fair contract from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing. And I hope you don't either, fat boy. Yeah. I think that they're going to I think he needs to bring it to the members. The president does, because the members are the deciding factor. I don't care. And we're in the middle of October. We got November coming up. You got Thanksgiving and that coming up. We do not want to be on strike during the holidays. I'm going to tell you that right now. And these guys are getting $500 a week for the strike fund, and you just imagine, with 8,000 or 20,000 people on strike right now that's getting this $500 a week, you have to figure how much that strike fund is dwindling, because $500 times 25,000 a week is a lot of money. I get it, Rich. And like I said, and you know, I'm the vice president. So, I mean, my thing is that it's about the members. You know what I mean? They're the deciding factor. And I think the president, I think he needs to realize that, you know, because he keeps shutting them down, you know. It does have to be fair. And you know as well as I do, you know, over the years, they gave up a lot of, you know, concessions and stuff like that. They gave up a lot of money. They gave up, you know, a lot of things that they should have gotten over the years that they've given up so the companies could grow because people wanted to keep their jobs. And these companies have taken advantage of it. So I think it is time to, you know, give back to the members, give back to the employees. Because you know as well as I do, if you ain't got no employees, you ain't making no money. And again, if you don't have the rich, you don't have the jobs. So I mean, it kind of works hand in hand, right? You know, and like I says, we're not always going to agree on everything, but when it comes right down to it, it's about the members. The membership is the one that has to be the deciding factor of good, bad, or ugly. You know what I mean? But no, the strike wouldn't affect us. Now the truckers and stuff, if they go on strike, then yes, that would affect us getting parts in house and stuff like that. But we are German owned, and it wouldn't affect us whatsoever. But one of the units that we cover is GM. So if they go on strike, you know. Well, and it's the thing though, Rich, too, is that, you know, if I work for one of the big three, GM, Chrysler, Ford, whatever, um, I want to be able to afford the car that I'm help building. If I'm building the Bronco, I want to be able to afford that Bronco, you know. So I mean, when it comes right down to it, you know, I mean, it all works the same way. But people just think that the union's in it for the money and stuff like that. Well, you're going to have even more part shortages, to be honest with you, because of that's what's going to happen. Sublime says he will hop in a bit. Downhill Daddy, what is going on, my friend? Dude, I still got to send you that license plate. No, it's not good for anybody. But the thing about it is, though, Rich, if you sit down and think about it, it's like this. these companies, these companies are going to raise the prices on these vehicles anyhow, because it is really corporate greed. It really comes in. No, I haven't forgot about it, Downhill Daddy. I just haven't sent. Matter of fact, I got the envelope right here for it. I just ain't done it yet. You're right. If the cost goes out of hand, everybody loses. You're exactly right, and that's just part of it. But that's why he needs to bring this to the membership now. There's no more playing games. That we need to bring this to the membership now. And I understand, you know, he wants to get this, and he wants for these people to get that. You know what I mean? He wants for people to, he wants he wants for the employees to get what they've given back over the years. You know, so like the cost of living, you know, that right there is huge, huge. You know, oh, I get it, Rich, and I'm union too, buddy. And I'm just saying, this is just my opinion on things. You know, but I mean, it's just it. Frames or the biggest problem. Well, if you ain't getting no frames, you ain't gonna build a car. But and the thing of it is that they need either they need to make the cars affordable. Oh, it'll work out. They either need to make the cars affordable for the people that's making them, or they need to put the people where they can afford the cars. You know what I'm saying? And Rich, you know it's getting bad. The used car market right now is what's up, Pinks? Yeah, he's going after he actually I think he went to go pick up his daughter from work. Well, and downhill daddy, that's one thing right there. That right there, if you stop, hey, that'll definitely stop them. That'll definitely stop them. They can move manufacturing, but I'm going to tell you something, dude. Ford ain't. Hey, what's going on, barbecue? Mike, Ford ain't going nowhere. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, they may build something in Mexico and this and that, but they're not leaving the state of Michigan because they built the state of Michigan. You know, especially Detroit. They don't care where they're made, but a lot of people does care where they're made. And that's the thing. You know, people buy cars made in Mexico. Those guys only make a couple bucks an hour, if that. Downhill daddy, that is ridiculous. Well, dude, they got pickup trucks. Those Shelby pickup trucks, they want $115,000-$120,000 for a truck because they put a V8 and a blower on it. You know, look what we got here.
Whoa, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Oh, not much. I was waiting for Funky to go on, but I guess he's working or didn't feel like it.
Well, Matt called him. Sublime, I guess, called him, asked if he was going live, and he said no. So I don't know the reason, why or not.
That's cool.
So I know he hasn't been working a lot of overtime and stuff like that, and they've only been working like 7 hours a day or something. So I don't know if they got a big rush and have to work tomorrow, or if he just didn't feel like doing.
Probably. There we go. Trying to get comfy. What's up, David?
Well, no, Rich, you're exactly right. If that's all available, that's what they're going to buy. No, you're exactly right. But I'm going to tell you something. Down in Kentucky, where I think they got a Toyota plant down there. I think it's Toyota.
They have Toyota here in Alabama.
Dude, if you work there, you better drive one of their vehicles.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I know that's I know in some of the places I was working, especially in Europe, if you didn't get on their area to park, even though you're a contractor from out of the country, you had to be driving one of their vehicles. On the weekend, we could get in, but on the weekdays, we had to be in. I think it was Volvo, I believe. Maybe can't remember who it was. It was Volvo or Fiat or somebody. They were just hard pressed against us bringing a workman in that wasn't one of theirs. And I'm like, we're rentals,
Right. I worked down the street, or I grew up down the street from Ford Motor Car Company, where they built the F-150s and that. And if you drove a foreign car in that lot, they was towing it out, and it was trashed.
That is kind of messed up, though. It really is.
No, I get it.
Especially with the prices of Ford trucks right now. Jesus.
No, it's ridiculous. But like right now, they got that strike, and they tell them, "Don't you bring a foreign car into our lot."
Oh, well, I wouldn't have that problem right now. I have five vehicles. They're all Fords.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I couldn't work there.
Everything I got is a Ford.
It's crazy, but I have seen it. And some places, no, you won't drive whatever you like if you want to park in their lot. No, now, right. If you don't park in their lot, you can drive whatever you want.
Pretty much.
Depends on the place.
Well, down here, they have a place where if you got a foreign car, you will go park in their parking lot, and they got a bus that'll take you into work.
Yeah. See? It's all about making it look like to everybody else that everybody drives Fords or whatever when they drive through there.
Downhill daddy, the thing of it is, you go on welfare, you probably make more money than the rest of us.
Yeah. Till you're gonna quit welding.
Yeah.
Well, I was getting ready to throw my dually up for sale for $200,000. If you want to buy it, trying to make some money here because I paid less than that for it.
Well, I hope so.
I paid about half that for it.
Yeah,
but that was what, 2 years ago? Yeah, a little over 2 years ago.
Well, I looked at an F350. This was 2020.
Yeah.
And at the time, that F350 4x4 with everything, it was a Lariat. They wanted $90K for it.
Yep.
And
I got a platinum. So I got a platinum dually, and it's a 450. And the only reason I bought it was because it was the only one I could get. And I needed a 450 to pull the heavy ass trailer I had.
But you know what, though, dude? You had that huge trailer.
Yeah.
Didn't you have like a double decker or something?
Yeah, I did. I had a massive trailer. It was 26,000 pounds.
Yeah, well, you needed something.
I had that. Well, when I bought it, I owned an F350, and I brought it home empty, and it had trouble pulling it.
No kidding.
And it was a 15 F3. It couldn't handle the weight in the back.
Well,
I possibly could have done it if I put some bags on it or something.
Right. But look at Fat Boy Fox right here. He can't afford the trucks that they sell.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't realize when I bought it, because I bought it when they told me it was coming in, because I ordered a $70,000 one, just a basic model with no ads. And they told me it was going to be 8 months before I could get it, because it's back in early 2020. And, everything was shut down. Nothing was being built. And I was like, 8 months. Geez, I can't wait. But, if you get, it called me in the next day or that day one, said, we just got an order coming in, and it'll be here in like 2 weeks. But it's a platinum. And I didn't ask anything. I didn't even think about what the price difference was at the time. I said, fine, take my down payment and put it on that.
Right.
And then when I went and did the paperwork for it, I saw what it was. It about swallowed my face. I was like, God, ouch. And I got the F350 traded in, and they gave me more than I paid for it from them, and it was paid off. So that was a huge thing there. They gave me like $36,000 for that thing, and I only bought it for 32.
Right. But this is the thing, though. All right. With these vehicles nowadays, you pretty much got to have a warranty on them, because if you don't,
you
get them fixed to pay for a repair. Some of these transmissions cost you $20,000.
My drivetrain has a lifetime warranty on it.
That's what you got to have, baby.
The diesel came with a lifetime warranty, but the lifetime warranty doesn't cover injectors or the DEF filter.
But you got to, that's why, see, like with my wife, Shelby, her 350, before her factory warranty was, before her warranty was up, we went and bought another warranty.
Right.
So it's still a manufacturer warranty, bumper to bumper.
Yeah, bumper to bumper on this is 5 years, I think.
But you got to do it before that's up.
Right. Now, I do know, though, what's really weird, though, on the diesel, the injectors aren't covered no matter what. They're just not covered.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of problems with injectors.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of BS that the injectors wouldn't be covered to an extent, at least for a certain amount of time.
Even our Mack trucks are getting our semi trucks right now. The injectors are the biggest pain in the butt there is.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, I looked them up. They're expensive to replace, but I'd end up doing it myself if I did it.
Right. Well, yeah, but you're still looking at maybe $800 to $1,200 a piece for an injector.
Yes, they are very expensive. It's like $8,000 to buy a full set.
So I mean, it's crazy. A guy blew up his transmission and service today. It was $35,000. So wow.
I just watched something fun. Speaking of semis, I was just watching a video about an hour ago, and it was some guy, I don't know, he must live in Tennessee or North Carolina. He was on the tail of the drag. He's like, I've driven this road many times, but I've never actually seen it happen. It was like a 50-foot semi going down the tail of the dragon. He did get pulled over by a cop because he's not allowed to be there.
No, they're not. I didn't think they're allowed to be there. No,
it can't make the turns. It cannot. It was taking turns, and it was trailer in both lanes. And there's other cars coming.
And I was moving.
Yeah. What are you slowing down?
They get pushed over the side of the hill, over the mountain.
Go off a little bit, on the inside turns. He went off a couple of times and scraped up the edge of his trailer pretty bad.
Dang.
I'm like, you know what? You should lose your license for that. For going on a road that you're legally not allowed, nothing over 30 feet.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. These foreigners drive these trucks, dude. They don't know where they're going.
Yeah. Well, that's what GPS is for.
They still don't know where they're going.
I know. It drives me nuts. We had a guy come in back at my old job. One of the trucks, he came to back in it was close to it wasn't a 50-footer. Yeah, it was. It had to be a 50-footer for what we were loading. And he spent a good hour trying to back it into our dock. And there was a ton of room. In fact, there were no trucks in the building behind us, no trucks there. So he had all this room. He spent an hour. And finally, one of the guys went out there and got him out of the truck and backed it in for him.
So across the street from the junkyard, which we don't own no more, thank God, there's a trucking company, Falcon Trucking. Okay. These guys pull up at the beginning of the driveway of this trucking company. They get out of their truck. They run in the office. Somebody comes out of the garage, grabs the truck, and pulls it in for them.
Seriously?
Yes. Yeah.
What is up with these drivers they're hiring?
Dude, they don't know how to drive. And half of them can't see over the damn steering wheel.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm the best at backing up a trailer, but, I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on, T-Pat and Pat?
T-Pat and Pat.
You doing all right, brother?
I'm going to be right back and grab another drink.
Okay, buddy. But yeah, no, it's serious. These guys couldn't even back up a trailer to save their life. And some of them, I don't know how they reached the door handle. Back in the old days, and Rich could probably go by this right here. You had to be a certain height to drive a trailer, a tractor, a semi. You had to be a certain height. You couldn't be under like 5'11" or something like that. But these people are driving these things. They need a ladder to get in the cab.
When he was going around curves this way, his trailer was like this going around in the other lane. And motorcycle.
It is gone. We're done.
No. Whoever like that should lose his license.
It's easy backing up a trailer, just not a U-Haul trailer.
Just what? U-Haul? What?
So I was just saying that. I said
U-Haul trailers suck.
Rich would probably know. But hey, Salty Stang, what's going on, brother? At one time or another, you had to be a certain height to drive a semi, didn't you?
Did you?
Yeah, you couldn't be like under 5'7" or 10 or something like that.
I don't know. You used to have to be able to speak English to drive a semi too.
Oh yeah, well you don't need to be English.
And I know in the Seattle area, it's mostly Russian speakers.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a lot of Russian.
Thanks, Pat and Pat. I appreciate that. I'm telling you, I'm glad, man. That thing was a headache.
Was it always a headache though?
No, I used to love that place. And that place raised my kids, man.
Is Rich a welder too?
Yeah, Rich is a welder. He used to go
sure he's told me. I've forgotten.
Well, Rich is a welder. Rich is kind of like he does a few things. He does heating and cooling. He's a welder. He's got a couple things going on.
I weld things together too, but at a much lower temperature. We call it soldering.
Yeah, it might have been before your time, Salty, but at one time I think you had to be a certain height to drive a semi.
Yeah, Salty's really short too.
That's something you'd have to look into.
I don't know why you'd have to be, because they had some really good seating in those that would raise way the hell up.
Yeah, I know.
At Kenworth, I could put my head into the ceiling.
If you could, if you couldn't hold the seat down, you'd bounce through the roof.
Oh yeah, mine. We had airlift seats in our Kenworth. They were really nice. They were comfy as hell.
Right. So Rich is a mechanical contractor.
Mechanical contractor. Okay, that's all. That encompasses a lot.
Bama. I think Bama's in love with Salty. But yeah, like I said, so things have changed so much over the years, man.
No.
How old are you, Binks?
I am 52.
52. Okay, so I got a few years on you.
Just a few.
Matter of fact, I'll be 58 years old tomorrow.
Yeah. So you're oh really happy birthday. I will be on live tomorrow. I don't know if you get a chance to come in. I don't know how long I'll be on. Probably be for hours because I'm going to be working in my garage tomorrow. I'm just going to throw this thing on live and
cool.
Come in and listen to me make noise trying to get an engine out of my Focus.
Thanks. No, it's funny. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, 58 years old. I didn't think I was going to live this long.
You'll be 58 tomorrow, so you're 5.5 years older than me now.
Something like that. Thanks.
Yeah, because I'll hit 53 in February, so about 5.5.
Okay. Thanks, Pat and Pat.
Who is Pat and Pat?
Pat and Pat's been around for a long time. Been around a long time. Thanks, Bama. So he says, Bama Rich. All right, dude. And then we got Michael Dials. What is going on, my friend?
Michael, 10 years younger than me. Now, is he talking about you or me?
Me.
Oh, he's that old. He's like grandparent age. I say that only because I have 10 grandchildren.
Well, I don't have 10, but I got a few. Michael Dials is 52.
He's got grandchildren that are older, though, probably.
My oldest is 12.
Yeah, see, my oldest is 6.
Yeah, my oldest is 12. And he's not really blood related, but he's mine.
Hey, don't matter. Family's family.
Salty's got 7 grandkids. Barbecue says 68 years young.
Awesome.
And still getting it done.
I wish I felt as young as I want to, and I do things I probably shouldn't. You know,
no, I'm with you.
I was at physical therapy today for the 3rd time this week, and I got 2 more weeks of it, and then I go back to see the doctor about getting surgery on the back.
Just be careful, man.
I try. That's why I use all the equipment. I buy equipment that helps me. You know, I've got an engine hoist. I've got transmission jacks. I've got, you know, I'm going to be putting the focus on the quick jacks tomorrow so I can raise it up and down without having to do the whole, you know, work thing. I'm going to just put it on the quick jacks because I have to replace a bunch of stuff on it.
Well, you know, Salty, you're exactly right. You don't have to be blood related to be family. You are exactly right. But this kid come into my life when he was 2 years old, and he stuck with us. So we're sticking with him.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. I just read your title.
Well, you know, it's Friday. You ain't got no job and you ain't got shit to do. So, but I changed it to crap.
Yeah. You love your quick jack. So do I. I love them when I use them. I don't always use them because sometimes it's easier just to throw a jack under there and a jack stand when it's just one wheel I need to work on. Because the quick jacks are heavy and moving them around is a pain because I got to lift them off the wall. But they are nice to have.
Bama's got 8 grandkids. Oldest is 19. You are old, Bama.
Damn, Bama wins.
So Barbecue Mike got to find an engine stand. Dude, you can find engine stands on
Marketplace.
Yeah, Marketplace. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, don't buy a new one if you can avoid it. I found a couple on Marketplace right after I bought mine, and I got lucky and bought mine with one of those 20% off coupons at Harbor Freight.
Yes,
but years ago, before the price went up on them.
You can get them on Marketplace for $20-$25.
Yep.
You know, I mean, they're easy found.
What I want one of the ones with the hand crank now.
He wants to build an engine.
Yeah.
And he wants my 68 Mexican block. But he's got to understand. Michael Dials, I will not buy an S650. I will. My Mach 1's it. My 21 Mach 1 is it. Sorry, my wife is in my ear. That's because she's supposed to be in your ear. But anyhow,
is he driving?
I don't know. But anyhow, he wants to buy that 68 Mexican block I got, which is a freaking awesome block. But he's got to understand it's not a roller block. So you can't put the late model roller cam in it. You just got to go old school.
Flat tap it.
He can go flat tap it, but he can still go roller. You can buy roller rockers and stuff for it. Oh, Dan, what is going on, my YouTube friend?
Hey, I love how everybody wants to tell me all these things before surgery. Unfortunately, I've been through a lot of stuff, and this is my second time going through all this to get to the point of surgery because I switched states and I switched insurances, and an old insurance and new insurance aren't the same. So I have to do all the BS I did before to get to the point of them authorizing surgery.
Right. Well, you've been through a lot of stuff.
It's BS that insurance companies should have really any say so over medical. When a doctor says they want to do something, they should be able to just do it.
But to be honest with you, though, because my wife worked in insurance and stuff like that, these doctors are crooked, man.
Well,
and that's why the insurance companies are the way they are. They're both crooked.
Yes, they're both crooked, but I understand that some doctors are, but not every one of them is like that.
Exactly.
This is something I've been needing to get done for quite some time, and I've put it off, and that's on me.
Right. So Salty things. I told him about talking to you about that block, Gary. That would be a great engine to build over time while he enjoys this car stuff. No, Salty, you're exactly right, but I just want him to realize that it's not a roller motor, because a roller block. Because a lot of people think that, if it should be a roller block. It don't have to be. Matter of fact, I prefer it not to be, because if it's a roller block, it's a lot weaker than what I'm giving them. You know what I mean? The engine I'm building right now for the Fairmont that I'm having done, that right there is a 69 block out of a Shelby GT350.
Yeah. Wow.
No, it don't have to be a roller block. And you matter of fact, I'd prefer it not to be. You okay there, Pinks?
Oh, I'm just reading stuff. Sorry. I was letting you all were talking about the roller block, and I'd rather it not be a roller block either. I was looking at my YouTube studio stuff.
Okay.
I put a video up earlier. So
yeah, Salty, that thing, I don't hear an echo. Salty, that thing is definitely, it's more of a nickel block. It's a stronger block, and yes, and it'll hold a lot more than 500 horsepower.
Did you say nickel block, or it's a higher nickel content?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing. I would love to build an old engine right now. I just don't have the time or money or the strength. Actually, it's going to be hard enough for me to just swap a 4-cylinder over.
Yeah, but once you get your car down paid, you're not going to need nothing else. Brian Allen, what is going on, my YouTube friend?
What's up, Brian? Once I get my car, or once he gets his car?
Your car.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the launch down good and everything.
Well, I got to get the transmission clutch issue fixed right now, but right now that's staying in the trailer until I get the Focus done.
Right.
Once I get the Focus done, I'll pull it out of the trailer and throw it in the garage. And then pulling that transmission on jacks, that has to go on jack stands because my quick jacks don't go high enough.
What is going on, Ford Blue Gauge? It's about time you showed up, buddy.
Ford Blue Gauge. Nice to see you. Or at least see your chat.
So I didn't get a good picture of the car. I did put the wheels on the new Mustang, on the 93 Mustang. I didn't get a real good picture. I got them all on there, man. And I'm really liking it.
You got a picture? What size are those?
That is a 15 by 10.
Okay.
That is a 15 by 10 and is a 275 50 15.
Nice. It looks really nice on there.
Oh,
I like those wheels. I really like those wheels with that red car. They look phenomenal.
I think they do. I think they look better than those chrome wheels.
Yes, way better.
Well, good to see you there, Ford Blue Gauge.
Hello, everybody.
Yes,
Good to see you.
Mike, how are you doing?
Oh, busy as fuck.
Well, that's good.
And I saw Mrs.
I'm getting somewhere, finally.
What's that?
I said I'm finally getting some shit done. I'm finally getting somewhere.
Nice.
Well, good for you. Are you in a better mood now?
I'm all right. Today was a good mood.
Good.
So
I'd hate to see your wife beat the hell out of you.
I would. I mean, if it got to where it could get videotaped, I'd put it on YouTube. So I'm a Taurus and she's a Leo, so that should automatically tell you what it's like.
Oh,
So
I'm bullheaded. She's mean.
I'm not mean.
She lies.
Yeah, I don't think she's mean. I think you're just bullheaded.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Actually, we got the professional on here. He can tell you about those blocks, those Mexican.
What block?
It's the 68 block that I got. The 302.
That's what I have. 68 302.
Yes.
So with the main girdle, and all ARP hardware, I've seen them hold 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn, I didn't know they held that much.
Yep. And the 68, 69, 70, 72, 351 Windsor blocks that have the bosses in the bottom, drilled or not drilled for the 4-bolt mains, the factory ones, I have seen those hold 1,400.
Wow. That's
Looky here. We got Frank Three Stains on here, buddy. What's going on?
What's up, Frank? Yeah, but the Mexican blocks are known to hold around 1,200.
Okay.
Give or take.
So this is the thing. Barbecue Mike wants to buy that Mexican block, and I told him I hold it for him, no problem. But I'm just making sure that he understands it's not a roller block.
It's not a roller block, but you can do, and I would not drill it for a roller block.
Either would I.
Personally, no.
It's the Valley.
See, and the one in the Comet is a 69 block, and it's a 351 Windsor. I did drill it for a roller block to make it a roller block, but I never had any intentions on taking it up high horsepower for the Comet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never planned on taking it over 500 horse, maybe 550 at the max. Even if I do put the supercharger on it, it still won't be over 550-ish.
Yeah. So this is, Mr. Blitzcraig, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, sir.
When Salty and Sublime wants to get up, let me know. I'll drop out.
Okay, buddy. Well,
So will I.
I'll drop out before you, Blue.
So Frank Three Stains, what do you guys think about a 95 roller blocks? I think they're fine. I had one that was a 408. It worked great.
The 95 roller blocks with the girdle, with the main girdle and the proper machine work and ARP stud wear, I've seen them hold 1,100 too.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
The biggest thing on all. Go ahead. Sorry.
That 408 had 700 horsepower, and I'm going to tell you right now, it held every bit of it.
And here's the thing. The biggest problem with any of the engines, I don't care which one you have, the biggest problem is not having the balancing done spot on.
There you go.
Okay? I don't care if it's a Vortec 350 Chevy block or a 2.3 Ford block. They're going to hold more power if you get the harmonic vibration down to a minimum. And by doing the good parts and good balancing, it will. And here, the higher the RPM, the more the pistons weigh. Okay? The more the rotating mass weighs. So if you can get a lighter piston and a lighter rod, and you can get it balanced to where when it spins, there's nearly no harmonic vibration, then it will make your block last longer. I don't give a shit. Even if it's a triple X 90 model 302 fucking roller block, they will hold a lot more power than what people say if it is balanced.
I was going to say that's
Everybody
Indian,
say hi to
right?
Katana. Katana's here.
Are you balancing to within a gram, or are you going under that?
Some people are balancing, half a gram, and even less than that. Some people, it depends. When they start doing the laser balancing and shit, they'll spin them to 10,000 RPMs, and then they'll get them within, it'll be like a 0.005 between each other. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm having that one, Drew, that I'm working on right now to get built right now. That's going to be a zero balance, dude.
Really? Nice.
Neutral balance.
Yeah, so it's going to be, so everything will be balanced, but what they're going to do is all the weight will be in the crank. There won't be any counterbalance in the balancer or the flywheel.
Yes.
So my 408 stroker is a 28 ounce balance, but I had to have titanium. They drilled 3/4 inch holes in my counterweights and put titanium in it and welded the titanium in. They put it in a press and they press the titanium in, and then they weld around the edges and then they balance it.
Okay.
So, and then there's other things too. If you're running an automatic, it's okay to run a lightweight crankshaft. But if you're running a stick shift, you don't want to run a lightweight crankshaft. You want a heavyweight crankshaft, standard or heavyweight, because when you rev it up to 6,000 or 7,000 RPMs and you dump the clutch, you want the rotating mass. You still want it balanced, but you want the heavy rotating mass not to slow down once the clutch grabs a hold of it.
Right. So Frank Fleece says his green car, the balance is at 0, and that's what I'm doing with the Fairmont engine.
Nice.
Well, so what the most part of the balancing is making all the pistons. So what you do is you find the lightest piston, and then you drill all the rest of the pistons. You grind and mill out of the bottom of the rest of the pistons to make them all the same weight.
Right.
And then you do the same thing with the rods. You make them all the same weight on the light end or on the big end and the small end. And then they actually will cut down the wrist pins to weigh the same too. And then they take a rod, a piston, and a set of rings and a set of bearings, and they'll weigh that. And then they will put it on the crankshaft, and then they'll put it on the balancing machine. It's called a bob weight, and it looks kind of like the end of a connecting rod, and it bolts to the rod journal and weighs what a piston does, and then they'll put it in the machine and they'll spin it out. So a laser balancer a lot of times will spin about 10,000 RPMs, and that's what you want. You want them to spin them, and you want them to balance it in the middle and at the high end of the RPM. That way it doesn't have, so some people, when they do the old style light balancing where it goes up kind of like a wheel, a tire balancer, how a light will shine. So you might not have any balance. You might not have any balancing issue at 6,000 RPMs, but if you turn it to 8, it might start vibrating.
Somebody's got something turned on in the background.
So what you want is somebody that's going to put it on a laser balance, and then they'll spin it up to about 10. Some I've heard even spin to about 12,000 RPMs. It's anybody that can do a bike or some of these imports, they usually will spin around 12,000 because some of these imports will spin 10, 11,000, no problem.
Well, I plan on spinning this Fairmont anywhere between 75 and 8 grand.
There you go. So, but
anybody else hear that echo when people speak?
So if the guy that balanced it only balanced it to 6,500, you may have perfectly smooth motor up to 65, and you may notice it could. I'm not saying you will. you could have some kind of a vibration up at 8,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I hear it, Salty. That's why I muted to see if it was.
Yeah, somebody's got another volume thing in the background. It's not
I'll
you,
mute
Blue.
mine just to double.
No, it's not you, Blue. I heard it before you ever joined the panel. It's not you. I heard it in the house on my computer.
Wasn't me because I was muted.
No, it's not you,
I
Mike.
think it
Either.
was when
It's not Bama
Mr.
either. It's
Mothman
either
and Pinks only were on.
yeah, it's between Gary and Pinks because I heard it when only those two was on the panel.
I have nothing on. I got you. That's it.
I think it's in your head, Salty.
I hear it too, but it's very
No,
faint.
I hear it just plain as day.
It might be an internet thing. It might not be an actual echo.
Yeah.
So
sound-
Ford Blue, another thing as far as the quality of the harmonic balancer, because like the stock ones, you know, the cheesy rubber ones, they're shit, and they're only good for a small RPM range.
Because
Well, so like a factory Fox body or 351 Windsor or 302 for like an SN95, those balancers are only rated to like 6,300 RPMs. And that's part of the reason why the Mustangs with the 302s only had a 6250 rev limiter in them.
What up, Pete?
so I was about ready to say they weren't made for that high RPM.
No, they were not.
That boy right there got some exciting news today, boy. Wait till he tells y'all.
I have.
But I'm curious if you
aftermarket balancer on my car.
But I'm curious if you had like, you know, a much better balancer on one of those engines back then, if it would have made a difference.
So they did make a difference, but they weren't. So the Ford didn't actually truly balance a motor, but what they did do is they would, when they were taking their pistons, they basically would weigh a set of pistons. If they were super close, they'd throw them in this box. And, you know, if they were close, they'd throw in that box, close, throw in that box. And then the connecting rods, so when they size the connecting rods, they'd grind the ends. And if it was close to that box, they'd throw it in that box. And then what they would do is they just build engines out of those boxes. So if you're grabbing rods, you can only grab rods out of this box until that box is done, or you can't mismatch because they're kind of close. So Ford didn't fully balance them, but they didn't do like Chevy to where they just cut the rods, machine the rods, and sent them down, and whatever they weighed is what they weighed.
Oh.
I've heard, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this, but on the mod motors,
You're wrong.
they found up to 9
messing with you. I'm
grams
just messing with
difference on the freaking
I'm just
balance.
messing with you.
Yes. So what the way I understand on the mod motors is if it came from the Nietzsche line, they were super close. If they were any of the other production motors, then they were, yes, upwards of 9-10 grams. But 9 or 10 grams on a factory production motor isn't shit.
It's fine.
It's fine. And so like on a small block Chevy, if you take a bone stock unopened small block Chevy apart and you weigh those rods, you could find upwards 30 or 40 grams difference.
Say hello to T. Hasler and Carmob.
What's up, Mob?
What's up, T? What's up, Mob?
T.
I don't have my chat pulled up, so I'm not seeing none of that. I mean, that means I had to bend my fat ass over and
I
look
try
at the
to
chat.
let you guys know when they're coming in so you can at least say hello to them. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
T's got some great news once he get up on this panel. Oh, my Lord, he got some great news.
You want
Let me guess, he's moving again.
No, he got somebody pregnant.
That wouldn't be great news, dude. That would be like a death sentence.
So basically what you're saying is he caught an STD.
No,
or he
SVD.
gave an STD.
Well, that's all according to how much fun he had catching it.
No,
He said he got someone pregnant?
no, he called it SVT.
If he got somebody pregnant, it was one of his hands. One of them's gonna be bigger than the other.
Oh, I
It was
misheard.
either
I thought
that-
you guys
it
said he
was
got
either
someone pregnant because I was like, it was him that gave the STD then.
It was either that. It was either that, or he got Salty's sister pregnant.
Oh,
If he got
He
my
got
sister pregnant, that's the best thing that ever happened to her. At least she had
Well, I
somebody
tell
to
you
finally
what.
move in with.
that was a hell of a deep dive to get her pregnant.
And we got we got stupid fast truck that just came in.
Hey,
What's
Stu,
up, stupid fast?
I guarantee
talk
you.
about STDs, though.
I guarantee you, if he was wearing a condom, that's one of them things that's lost and never will be found.
I heard this
So-
one today, which was, listen, did you know that 10% of Americans think HTML is an STD?
Really?
That don't surprise me in the least.
I
And if you heard the way I said that, you know where I got that from.
Yeah.
Justin Danger Nunley.
Yes, if it's from the STD, it's from your ex-girlfriend, your ex.
well, have you heard the comedian? He said kids and AIDS are only one letter apart.
So true.
And he said he started talking about how kids are worse than STDs, and some dude in the audience, he's screaming, "Fuck that, I have AIDS and it's horrible, I have to take medication every morning." And he said, "Yeah, but you can take medicine every morning and then turn around and go back to sleep." He said, "I have 2 kids, and them motherfuckers, when they wake me up in the morning, I can't go back to sleep."
The thing about AIDS is they got medicine and they're working on cures for that. Kids, there's no medicine and no cures for that shit. Once you got it, you got it.
So there's only one
Damn,
cure for
BS.
kids, and you'll go to jail for murder.
All
Yeah.
right, everybody say hello to Rosanna.
Hey, Rosanna.
Hello, Rosanna.
Rosanna Dana.
Rosanna, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, did you see what T said?
No, hold on.
I like
It's probably nothing worse than he told me on the phone today when we talked.
the Pee-wee from Porky's, and I remember that movie vividly.
Oh, I love that movie.
I have not seen that movie since I was a kid when it was new,
When
but I
The
still
prin-
remember it quite well.
when the principal told the gym
Hell
teacher
yeah, T.
to describe the predator.
So, hey, what's up, everybody? I haven't been around because I've been so busy working on shit. I'm building another shed. I've been, huh?
Another shed on your property there?
Yes.
Guys.
Just didn't
Yeah.
have enough room for
Well, just
all-
so you know, Blue, since you called me this, I bought another Chevrolet.
Okay.
I sold one, bought another one.
So,
Hey, dude, I got a really good deal on that truck. That's why I bought it.
I broke my car. That's what I've been doing. Broke my car.
what'd you
How
break?
did you break your car
I
again?
don't know what it is. It's something with the clutch or the transmission.
Well,
Did you rev it
well,
up?
Blue, I lost my phone.
Huh?
Is that why we hadn't seen you around, Bama?
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Blue
wondering
did,
why. We were just asking about you the other night on Pink's Live when we hadn't seen you. Reason why we hadn't seen you.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you rev it up and drop
Blue,
the
did
clutch?
Subline
Nice to
send you
clutch.
my phone number?
Yeah,
Okay, you take it.
I have it.
No, I had to actually get it up to like 4K RPM just to get it back in the trailer.
Ooh.
Dude, I almost screwed up really bad today.
It's
I
not
come.
releasing, is what it feels like. Not fully releasing. It's what it feels like because it acted like I was slipping the clutch, but without the smell. There was no clutch smell at all.
Was there no clutch?
I don't know how it would have gone
At that
out
point,
in
it's
such a
just
short
no.
amount of time. It's an RXT. It's a twin disc. It's a massive clutch.
I know.
Luckily,
No,
I
it's
have
awesome.
another one sitting in my garage, the exact same clutch. Because
I know what an RXT is. I have one laying around.
I do too. I have 2 of them, one in my car and one not in my car, because of a whole ordering snafu when I bought them. Because I had to order it special because I had to get it with the 26 spline. for my
Yeah.
car.
Right.
That's not normal for my car. But when I ordered it and it wasn't coming, it was delayed. I called to cancel it because I ordered another one from Summit. I got the one from Summit in 2 days. A day after that one arrived, the other one showed up. It's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I almost screwed up at Summit today. I went over there today to order some wheels for that little Colorado I bought.
Yeah.
And and when I got to I stopped I stopped at a store when I left there to get me a Sprite and a pack of cigarettes. And I went in to pay with my debit card. I was like, where in the hell is my debit card? I said, I didn't even use my debit card. I used my American Express at Summit. I was like, where's my debit card? So I went back to Summit's parking lot, and my damn debit card was laying in the parking lot at Summit. I was like, God, what's the chances of that still be laying there and nobody's picked it up?
Pretty big, because I've done that before too.
I was like, holy shit, dude. I was scared to death. I was like, man, I don't want to have to go through this shit and call these people and cancel another card and get a new card. I've done had to do that twice already.
It's not a problem if you get a bank local where you can go pick one up that day.
Well, I do, but
I don't. My bank is in Washington State, and that's it.
I'm surprised you hadn't transferred all that shit down there to a local bank by now.
I'm rich.
I like my credit union.
I'm rich as hell.
Well, yeah, they should have a credit union there, and they got a damn army base or a military base so close to you. They should have a Navy credit union somewhere close down there.
Navy credit union. I'm at a place called Twin Star.
Oh, okay.
I have good stuff there, and
So you qualify for Navy credit union. Hell, you're a veteran.
yeah. I used to belong to the Redstone credit. Hell, I may even still have an account there from when I was stationed there. I may still have one. I haven't checked. If I do, it's probably got like $150 in it, with interest on the $50.
Yeah, it's just enough to keep the account open.
This Bob will be live. We have a Shelby update. Okay, cool.
Fort Blue, let me borrow some money. I seen you counting it.
I got fucking $14.
Let me borrow
I have $14. The best I'll do is I'll split it with you.
Frank, I'm gonna keep it, man. I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna be my daily driver.
At least you're good enough to split it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I give you $1. I got $3.50 for you.
That's the best. That's the best. When I get down to almost nothing, if somebody needs something, the best I'll do is split it with you. This is what I have. I ain't giving you a fucking penny more than half.
Damn.
The Wooden Metal Garage. How you doing, sir? Long time no see.
So now Barbecue Mike, he wants that Mexican block I got.
Yep.
He got a cam somebody gave him. What kind of cam was it, Barbecue Mike?
I thought it was a stage one.
Stage one. Yeah,
Well,
I think it's
Will that
damn
cam be okay
Trick
with
Flow
that
stage
block?
one.
Okay. That block and a Trick Flow stage one cam. Does he have any idea for heads? Is he wanting to add nitrous or boost or what?
I think he just wants to build a good stock, strong engine, I think.
Yeah,
All right, so here's the deal. Honestly, the engine that is in his car, that 302, that stage one Trick Flow cam will be just fine in the fucking motor that he's already got.
Yeah, but see, Mike he's running into the problem like a lot of people. Mike he's wanting to enjoy his car while it's still stock. But me and I think some other people has told him, look, he can't afford to go out and buy all the parts at one time. So I told him, I said, look, get you another block. Then over time, start buying your parts here and there, build your engine. That way you can still be enjoying your car while you're saving up the money to buy these parts, that parts to build another motor. Once you get it built, then do the engine swap, and you don't have to be down but a very short, limited time. But enjoy your car while you can.
But here's the thing. With the short block that he has in that car, he could spend $1,300 on parts and make an easy 400 horse.
But that's the point is that he don't want the downtime to build the engine in his car. He wants to build one on the stand. When he gets done with it, then put it in his car.
Yes. Because for one thing, it's like a lot of people, he just can't afford to go out and spend that kind of money at one time. It's things he's got to save up for. So
let me ask this.
why not just build another engine on the side? That way, when that engine is done, then in one weekend, do the engine swap, and he's back driving again, and he's not down with his car.
Let me ask you this
question.
But
here's the thing. He could buy a set of heads. He can buy an intake. He can buy headers. He can buy a cam. And when the shit's all sitting there, heads, cam, intake, and headers will make 400 horse.
All right.
and he could put that shit in his car in one weekend.
Let me stop you where you're at. We're
Okay.
talking about Mike. Mike is not
Oh.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
I mean, okay, yeah, I agree with you. You can do that in one weekend, but he can't, and he don't have anybody to do it for him in one weekend.
exactly. Plus, he's never built an engine before. This is going to be his first time.
Okay.
So,
all right.
is he
All
looking
right.
to build an engine? Is that the thing? Because I would say if you don't, if it would take a while to save up for all the different parts, save on someone else's misery and find someone that they need to get rid of their motor because, you know, and just get it cheap and then just.
I wouldn't trust that. I'm sorry. I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust somebody else's engine.
This is the thing right now. Frank Threestang says, cool, just saw a guy on YouTube, John Dock, put a turbo on a 5.3 in a Colorado, 650 to the wheels.
Yes, Frank, I have watched John Dock's channel and I watched him build that truck. That is a very nice Colorado, but mine is strictly going to be a daily driver. It ain't going to get no mods. It ain't getting nothing. It's just going to be bone ass stock and I'm going to drive it.
So he's wanting to build something on the side separate.
Yes.
So-
Yes, I mean, because like I said, he don't have the experience. He's never done it. Plus, he don't have the money to go out and just buy all this stuff at one time. And he's got Gary and Funky and other people like Justin. He's got people that can help him, but due to his work schedule, and we all know what that is, he's a truck
But
driver. He's out of
I
town a
don't
lot.
care. It could be me, Funky, Justin, whatever. We still ain't Ford Blue. We ain't going to do that in a weekend.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah,
So-
no. He's not going to build that engine in one weekend.
So then what he needs to do is if he's going to get your block, it's just a 69 block, right?
68.
68 bare block.
Yes.
Then what he needs to do is he needs to find a later model roller motor. It does not have to be an HO, but it would be better if it is, because he's going to want if he gets the 50-ounce crank out of one of the later motors, then he can just keep all the parts like the balancer and the flywheel that he's already got, unless he's wanting to go all aftermarket shit. If I don't know what's in his already that he can swap over to the other motor as he's going back together. You know what I'm saying?
The headers, and the upper and lower intake. Pretty much that's it.
I
Does
get
he
it.
have a
everything
stock
else is bone-ass
balancer?
stock.
Does he have a stock flywheel?
Yeah, everything in that car is bone stock. He's found out it's all just bone ass stock.
Okay.
He said the cam that's in it's even less than stock.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you get less than
Because less than stock would be like a truck cam.
You get what I'm saying, though?
And that very well could be possible. What he's got in that
So-
engine is a truck cam.
All right, so this is what I would recommend. His flywheel would be good to reuse. He could use his clutch and flywheel, but I would get a good balancer, and that just by saving the clutch, that would save him $100. And if he's got to buy a crank and everything, then I would recommend that he gets
His car's an
50-ounce
auto.
crank.
His car's an auto.
Oh, I thought it was a stick car.
No, it's an auto.
That's
Oh, it's an auto.
Yeah.
Then if that's the case, then he's only AutoZone. You can buy a flex plate from AutoZone for like $50. So
Yeah.
that
Right.
you might as well just get a 28-ounce setup for it anyway. But here's my thing. And honestly, if you want to build any real power, you ought to, never mind. I'm not going to take him down a wormhole.
Well, see, that's why I told him, I said, look, if Gary has not sold his block, that's actually the perfect platform to start with, because that block will handle power as you grow with the car. As your money
Yeah,
allows, it will grow.
Here's the difference, though. A 347 stroker short block and a bone stock 351 out of a truck short block. That 351 from the truck will make more power hand over fist than the 347 will.
I'm talking about Gary's block now, the Mexican block.
I'm talking about power for power and playing with the 302 cubic inch base motor versus a 351 Windsor base motor. It is a huge fucking difference.
Well, yeah, and I did tell him to go to the junkyard and get him a 351 out of a like a truck
Yep.
or a van or something like that. I did tell him to do that
Because
too.
here's the deal. You take a bone stock HO302, you put heads, cam, and intake on it and make power. And then you take that same heads, cam, and intake and you put it on the 351 Windsor. It'll make the same horsepower, give or take a few. It might make a few more horse, like 30 or 40 more horse, but it's automatically going to make 100 foot-pounds of torque more.
So, but the thing about it is, if he goes to a 351 Windsor, now he's buying headers. He's buying, you know what I'm saying?
Does he have long tubes or short tubes?
He's got long tubes.
He's got long tubes. Okay, so he might as well just stay with the 302 then.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're adding to a cost or what he don't have.
And that's
Yeah.
why I said I didn't want to take him down the wormhole.
You know, so I mean, yeah.
You know, and I don't think he's looking for 700 or 800 horsepower either. I just think he's looking for something respectable. You know, like 5 is great.
A 351 Windsor is always the best way to go.
Right.
But you know what? Sometimes your pocketbook won't take you there.
Exactly. You got to do what your finances will allow.
Are power adders off the table?
Well, I mean, that's probably something that he could talk about down the road. But right now, he's just trying to get he's just trying to build something over time as his money will allow. That's why he wants to get a second block, build it slowly over time as he saves his money, and still be able to take his car out the way it is and enjoy his car for now. Ain't no sense tearing it down because it runs great.
The
So
block
that-
the block that I have right now, that Mexican block would make a perfect 306, and he can do whatever he wants with it. You see what
Yeah,
I mean?
and Funky's got a 306 rotating assembly right there in his garage.
All right,
There
Carmine,
you go.
come in, buddy. I'll
Yeah,
talk.
Bob.
Let
Take it
him
easy,
on.
Carmine. Hey, man, I look forward to your wife's live stream Monday.
But yeah, like I said, is that you know he's at a point where he just wants to do something on the side so that way he can still enjoy his car.
Exactly.
So then that's the right way to do it. And so the weak link on a 302 HO is the connecting rods and the block. So if he was to get, honestly, here is my honest thought. Your block is already bored 30 over, right?
I don't think he even knows that.
No,
To be
I
totally
think-
honest with you. Is
What?
it, Gary? Is it already bored 30 over?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's got a fresh 30 overboard. Here is what I would do. I know that Funky had those forged pistons, trick flow pistons. They will only work with twisted wedge trick flow heads. So what I would do is this is me. Get the block from Gary. Get a stock 302 crank, roller style crank from Funky. Get the rods and pistons from Funky because he's got those forged pistons that are for the trick flow twisted wedge heads. And then save up for a set of twisted wedge heads and then put that trick flow intake, and he'll make well over, with those heads, that piston, he'll make well over 400 horse.
Well, shit, there you go. That's a great way to go, man, and save some money along the way.
And it's perfect.
Yep. And then his headers, his oil pan, his timing cover, all of that shit will bolt right back in.
Yep. And see, when he pulls the engine out, he'll just be able to swap the parts right over. So it'll be an easy thing for him. That's a 1 weekend job. You know what I mean? Swap the engine and go back to driving again.
You see what Frank Threesting says right here. He says you can take the stock 302, add a fuel system, and on 3 turbo and make 500 horsepower.
There you go.
Yep.
And Frank, if I'm right, Frank's already done that in one of his cars already.
Oh yeah, shoot, he's the turbo king, dude. But the thing about it is, though, is that I don't think that he wants to. I think 400 horsepower for Mike would be put him right where he wants to be.
Yep.
I believe so too, Gary.
You know what
So
I'm
if,
saying?
so if he puts all that together and he makes 410, 420, I think he'll be perfectly happy with that.
That little Fox body that I just bought, dude, that's got a 306 and it's got 400 horsepower at the rear wheel.
Yeah, and I guarantee you it's a fun ass street car too.
It's got the blower on it.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, that car is fun.
And see, and that's and that's the thing I tell a lot of people. Look, the cars don't have to be fast; they just got to be fun. If you enjoy it, then that just makes the whole driving experience of owning that car that much better.
Right.
They don't
Yeah.
always have to be the fastest thing on the track, you know.
Why not?
But
Here's
I
my
know-
thing.
Our goal is always to go faster, but what I'm saying, for a good, reliable, something you can get in and drive and enjoy, they don't always have to be fast. They just got to be fun.
So some cars have to be nasty, but I've come to the conclusion not all cars. Some cars just need to sound good, drive good, look good, and spin the tires whenever I want to.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I want to leave, like, for no reason today. Sorry if you're listening, Uncle, but for no reason today at a stoplight, I just decided to smoke the tires and smoke out the intersection. So I power braked it until I couldn't see none of the other cars.
Felt good, didn't it?
I was at a stoplight. The light was taking forever, so I just put it in first gear and I did it slow too. I only did it to like 2,800 RPMs. I just sit there nice and easy and just.
I'm gonna do that to this Colorado too, right before I put the
Don't
new
do
tires
that
on
when
it.
there's a cop around. You don't nose around.
Yeah,
That's how I know.
it was kind of neat. And then when the smoke cleared and the lights started to turn green and we all started rolling, I had a couple of people giving me dirty fucking looks, and I just had a big old grin.
That's it.
So,
I can't take a joke.
but
Look, I have done come to the conclusion that as I've done gotten older now, cars for me, they don't have to be real fast anymore. As long as they're fun, I'm happy with them. That's all I care about. As long as they're fun. If they're not enjoyable to drive, then it's going to be going down the road. I'm going to sell it. Simple as that.
So this is my opinion right here. My opinion is that my Fairmont's going to be nasty enough. My other ones can just be fun.
That's right. That's right. You'll have one nasty ass car, and the rest of them are just going to be for enjoyment at that point. Don't get me wrong. The fast car is going to be for enjoyment too, but it's going to be a different kind of enjoyment.
Right.
I want a purebred monster, and then I don't care really about the rest. I want a stick shift car that when I shift the second gear should be able to make the passenger just pee a little.
Right. So T. Heatherson, it's nice to see you, sir.
So what horsepower number is that in a Fox body?
Oh, you could.
Dude, you can have a 325 horsepower, dude, in a Fox body, as light as they are. I know that's not much. I know it's not much, but if you got a good stick shift, you can make that 325 horsepower feel like 500 because you can make it feel fun.
But here's the
That's
thing.
the difference
Each
between a manual
person
and an
is gonna-
automatic.
Each person is going to pee their pants at a different horsepower level for the same weight of car. So
Dude, you
Yeah, but he just wants him to pee a little bit. If
Yeah.
you want to
But
pee him
that's
a
what
lot,
I'm
I'm sure
saying.
you can really scare the piss out of him.
Yeah, you don't want to do that because that's a nasty shit to clean up. A lot of times it don't want to come out.
and Pinks is
You
trying
got
to
a
show
bit
us his
strut
thing.
there.
Dude, that thing is bent good.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Holy
This is one I
cow.
just replaced
Dude,
in my
what's
wife's
wrong with
car.
your thingy?
It's got about the same curve as my weenie.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Hey, you better quit talking about your weenie. You're going to make Bama's damn mouth water.
So,
It got pretty bad.
but
Anytime somebody brings up a weenie or a 4-inch, Bama automatically fucking start foaming at the mouth.
That bench
I thought he likes the 9-inch.
$2,000 on
No, he's a 4-incher.
We lost Bama. Where'd you go, Bama?
No, $1,500. I had to buy a new strut and replace it myself, but I had to have about $1,200 worth of work done on that car when she hit something.
What's up, Bama?
I've never bent a strut like that ever.
Thinking about taking the supercharger off your orange car?
No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy.
Do you want to leave it boosted? I mean, if you don't want to leave it boosted no more, then that makes you not crazy. But if you want to leave it boosted, but
I just want to know what he's planning on putting on it.
yeah, no shit.
Are you going twin turbo or something?
Yeah, I want to see what he's wanting to put on it. That's the trick. Now, okay.
Well, I think he's got more than one fast car, so he might just want one that's not that fast anymore. That dude's got what, 3, 4, 5, 6 damn Fox bodies?
Well, his name's Frank Three-Stang.
Well, I think he's got more than 3 though.
3.
Yeah, I think he's got more than 3.
He had built another one though.
Yeah, I remember when
Frank's got cars like I have tires.
Man, I remember watching his videos when he was doing all the body work and painting his coupe. Dude, he was putting in the work on that damn car.
So I bought something kind of by accident.
Now, how is that a surprise to any of us?
Well, hold on.
You're buying shit all the time.
I didn't even want to buy it. It was kind of an accident because my buddy wanted it, so I got it, and then he ended up having some shit go down, so he ended up not getting it, so I ended up having it, and then I traded it off for something else. So it's like a 1962 Cushman truckster.
Really?
It's got a dump truck bed on it. It's got a twin cylinder, 38 horse twin cylinder motor, some shit. And it's a 3-wheel trike. It's got a manual transmission, 3-speed in it. It's got a 2-speed rear diff, and it looks like an actual rear diff under the bastard. It's got leaf springs under the back. So I gave $200 for this fucking thing. And then I'm telling my buddy about it, and he says, "Oh, really? I like to have one of those." And I was like, "Well, what do you give me for it?" And he says,
"How bad do you want one?"
Right. Well, me and him, we do a lot of trading back and forth. We kind of always trade shit. So he's like, "Well, I got a Land Pride Trekker." I said, "What the hell's that?" He said, "It's a side-by-side with the truck bed on it." I'm like,
"Oh, that'd be cool."
Yeah. So he traded me straight across. I was like, "Fucking A."
Damn right. To me, you got the better of the deal.
It's got a twin cylinder motor on it, and it'll run about 50 miles an hour. But I traded that motor off.
Oh, shit. Damn, Blue.
I traded that motor off for a 1983, the whole motorcycle. I traded the motor for a 1983 Suzuki GS 650.
And you're going to take that engine and put on the side-by-side.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I kind of figured you would. But then you got to come up with a way to ship that damn thing, because you can't run that engine at that high RPMs all the time.
No, that's easy because it's got a 5-speed manual transmission on the bike. I'll just run a lever with a couple of linkages, and you'll just reach down and go click.
Shit, run it up on the steering wheel and make you a paddle shifter out of that bastard. That'd be badass.
Yeah, maybe. So,
because with that engine, you're not gonna be able to drive that son of a bitch with one hand. You're gonna have to have both hands on the steering wheel. You got to have control. That son of a bitch is gonna be nasty.
It's only 55 horsepower.
I don't give a shit if it's 55 horsepower or not. There's going to be a lot in that little side-by-side.
55 horsepower and 10 pounds of frame is fast.
You ain't shitting, Gary.
But when Metal's Garage, I'm building my truck to drive red light to red light. I'm thinking 5 minutes and 13. Okay.
So I got this neat little shed thing I'm building. I guess I should be taking some video of it, but I've been so busy.
You're busy trading shit.
I've done a little bit of horse trading.
Well, I just want to know one thing. Have you got out there in your shop and even tried to start straightening that damn thing up yet?
That's the reason why I'm building the shed, because you still can't walk in my fucking shop.
What's that?
So basically, you can't use that motherfucker for nothing but storage right now.
So a 10 by 16 shed.
I got a
That's
10
pretty
by-
good. That's a good size shed.
Not enough, but I do have my lawnmower in there, so
So I have a 10 by 16 shed. Then I'm building a 10 by. I already have my metal shed is 10 by 16.
oh,
Then
okay.
I'm building a 10 by 16 shed. Plus I have the 10 by 12 out there.
Oh well, shit.
You should have some room.
I could
What
use
size
that.
is the shop that you have on it for, Blue? Don't you have a garage on it? A big garage?
30 by 50.
There you go. man.
Bigger. It's bigger than this garage.
I don't want nothing in my garage, so I want the shed so there's nothing in the garage.
I like the way your shop is set up, though. I like that it's 30 feet wide and 50 foot deep. That's the thing I like about it, because in the very back, you can set up like a machine shop in the back of it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I want my 2 toolboxes, a tool cart. Remember me telling you that eventually I want a 4-post lift in there and I want a chassis
Yep.
jig?
Yep.
Okay. So with all the shit cluttered in the garage, I can't have those things in there.
No.
I thought you were
So-
just gonna buy a 4-post lift and just use it as a chassis jig.
I
That way it'll
that
serve dual
is the
purposes.
plan, but chances are I'll get a chassis jig before a fucking 4-post lift.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You see the difference?
Yep.
There's one on fucking Marketplace right now, about an hour drive from me, a chassis jig for $300.
Nice.
Damn, dude, that's like
He
they're
said,
giving that damn
he
thing
said I
away.
used it. I built 2 cars. I'm not building anything else. I built one for me and one for my son, and we're done. So we'll pass it on to somebody else that can use it.
That's
So
pretty sweet.
chances are I'm going to get a chassis jig before I get a 4-post lift.
$300, dude. You better go snag that bitch and bring it home and cover up with a tarp.
Come on, man. I can't. I've got $14 to my name.
Oh, okay.
All my bills are paid though. Every fucking bill is paid, but I got $14 to my name. I'm happy.
I know how
That's
you
it.
feel. I got 0 in my wallet. So
Dude, I never have any cash. I don't even know what that shit is anymore. I live off cards.
I have money. I just don't have any cash. I don't ever keep cash in my wallet anymore.
I never have cash, man. Everything's on
Every time
cards.
I get cash, the hookers take it from me, so I don't keep it.
Oh shit.
Oh, the hooker, my hooker's called Summit.
Yeah.
I've been bleeding money ever since I bought this damn Colorado.
Mine's
So
called
what
the gas
was talking
station.
about gears? I thought he was talking about time.
Yeah.
Better go back to school.
I
Well,
finally-
hopefully this weekend I'll be done spending money on the Colorado, and it's all done. So
You know what this tool is? This is a tool I've needed for quite some time,
It's a
especially
flywheel.
working on a Focus engine.
I use the hell out of those.
Yeah. Every time I do a flywheel, I'm having to hold it some weird way.
Yep. Nope. They're perfect for
I
that.
finally went and bought it, and I bought an OEM, which wasn't expensive, but they make really good tools. So,
I've never had one of them. I've always just used a damn screwdriver.
you know, I
I
was
got
using
one.
what I was using were these. Get my fat ass out of the way.
I got tired of using the
I was
screwdriver
using
in
these.
back in the day, so I bought one.
Yeah, I hear you, Gary. I should buy one.
And I damaged the flywheel, so I decided that I'd buy the tool.
Hey, so did you sell the Ranger?
Hopefully tomorrow it'll be gone.
Okay.
I got a guy who came and looked at it Tuesday, and he said he's coming back Saturday to pick it up. So
Cool, man. Cool.
I have got so much work to do.
I'm selling it cheap, man. I'm only selling it for $2,000.
Thanks,
I mean,
garage.
so-
We're talking
So it
about
ain't like I'm asking a lot of money for it.
What was that?
Wooden Metal Garage. Are you
Talking about lot lizards? No, I'm talking about like gas station. I have a diesel truck, and it uses a lot of gas for a small truck.
Well, if you're putting gas in it, brother, you're putting the wrong fuel in it.
Oh no, diesel fuel is expensive here.
You ain't shitting. Dude, it's expensive everywhere.
48,
crazy right
48 gallons of it too.
Well, right
Yeah,
now,
it's-
gas here is if you got cash, it's $2.99 a gallon.
That's the same it is here. But if you don't have cash and you're paying with a card, it's $3.19.
Right.
Well, that's my gas is I think 318. It went down to 312 like day before yesterday, and now it's back up to 318 again.
Oh, don't worry. It's fixed. All of our gas and diesel is fixing to shoot through the roof because we're fixing to start pouring
not the
money.
gas I use. That's that 85, the 93. So
We're fixing to start pouring billions of dollars into Israel. And
Oh, yeah.
don't worry, all the gas prices, the food, everything's fixing to go back to the roof again.
that car is about to be taken apart. Oh, let's straighten out.
But
that car.
Salty was going to go to the roof before that because inflation's already starting to kick back in. This
Yeah,
whole
but
BS
now this is going to
inflation
expedite
is
things.
bullshit.
This is just going to expedite things.
I was just out here getting stuff ready for tomorrow morning so I can get started. Because the first thing I got to do is change those pink wheels I showed you. I got to put them on my wife's front. So
But I
for that-
was happy to hear this that America and whatever other country is, we're going to hold $6 billion away from that other Iran.
Iran?
So I'm happy about that. So
Oh, they refroze the $6 billion.
yeah, they froze it. They're not going to give it to them.
Well, good. We need to quit giving money to these people. We
Well,
know,
hell, he's
their
only
money.
gave them 60 billion already.
No. So the $6 billion was Iranian money that we had frozen before, and then we unfroze it for the prisoners. But now we froze.
No,
it.
what I'm saying, we've already gave them 60 billion already.
They shouldn't
Now
be
they're freezing this other 6 billion, but they've already got 60 billion of
To who?
American taxpayer
Ukraine?
money.
No,
Iran.
Oh, I thought maybe you
Iran.
were talking about the $6 billion that they accidentally sent to Ukraine.
Oh yeah. Everything that they send to another country is accidental.
No, you didn't hear that they said that they accidentally sent $6 billion to Ukraine.
How do
and
you
that they
accidentally send that kind of money anywhere?
Because they said, okay, so
That's just not like $6, dude. We're talking
hey,
about
I'm telling
6
you,
billion.
they said that they look. All I know is they said that they accidentally sent $6 billion to Ukraine, and that they were still sending the 4 million that they had on. They were still sending the 4 billion to Ukraine that they had on the books. So they were only supposed to send them 4 billion, but they accidentally sent them 6. But they're still going to go ahead and send them another 4.
Okay.
Fucking douchebags.
That's just like all the stoves and appliances we buy in America. We accidentally buy them from China.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's about what it all boils down to. We accidentally buy that shit from China. You show me an appliance in anyone's home that's made in America.
Holy shit.
Well, I had one in my last home, but it died. So
Really? You had an actual appliance made in America?
dead my fridge, but it died.
Everyone in my house is made here in America.
Really?
I-
What name brand you got? What name brand you got, Gary?
Hang on a second. The parts might not be from America, but they're
No.
made here in America.
Oh, let me ask y'all something.
It's put
Did y'all
together in
notice?
America.
Did y'all notice the new commercials that Ford is putting out now?
No, I don't watch
Every one of their commercials say our customers should be proud to know every Ford built is assembled in America. They don't say a damn thing about being built no more. They say assembled in America.
because it's not built.
Anyhow, we just bought all new appliances and everything was made right here in America. But
Yeah, I bought all brand new in some other house, and not a damn one of them made here in America.
that doesn't mean that the parts were from America.
But
Yeah.
which ones did you buy?
I think they're GEs. We just bought them. I don't even know what they're. She bought them. But
GE.
they were made in America.
That's what I bought was G.
GE
Yeah,
doesn't even
amazing.
source any of their parts from America anymore. I don't think because we can't get people to build things here. That's the only reason. Nobody's
Well, no,
willing
that's
to
a
build
huge
the work.
reason.
Huh? It's
That's a
crazy.
huge reason. They can't get nobody to work.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Well, I mean, the one thing is there's no factories in America that's actually building that shit no more. All the factories are overseas. They just ship the parts back over, assemble them, and say, "Oh, it's made in America." Ain't shit made in America.
If you're gonna get anything that's not American made, your best. I love Samsung.
I have Samsung and LG, which are all Korean stuff. They're made by the same people. They're
Well-
just their neighbors.
Samsung has been in business since 1938, and they have shit figured out.
Well,
I used to like LG until I bought a damn LG front loader washer and dryer, and those were the biggest pieces of shit I've ever bought. And I said, I'll never own nothing else.
My
LG.
last LG washer was a washer dryer combo, all in one. It was a single piece, and for what it was, it actually worked fine. It did its job. It just took forever. One medium load took over 6 hours.
And look,
God
rattle,
almighty
look
damn.
at Rattle Trap's in the house.
Boy, business. If Rattletrap showed up, business is fixing to pick up.
Hey,
Oh,
Mach
hell,
one,
we in trouble
Mach
now.
one.
I
Hey.
love my front loader washer, but we have a top load now. We have a Samsung top load, and it's
Yeah, I'll never buy another front loader of any kind. I'm done with those pieces of
What's
shit.
going on there, Ford Blue?
We need to block Frank Three Stains. He's talking about putting an LS in a Mustang.
No, do not block him. That's a good thing.
He can do whatever he wants. It's his.
That's right. His car, his money. His car, his money. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Hey, I knew that was coming.
All I'm saying is,
LS lover.
hey, all I'm saying is, if it's your people are not buying the car and spending, if he's not spending nobody else's money, then he has a right to do whatever he wants with his own vehicle.
And if he wants to put a low speed engine in his car, he can.
Well, you can't say a 5.3 is a low speed once you slap a turbo on it. Them bastards ain't slow.
Low speed.
They ain't slow.
I liked my 5.3 in my Silverado, but it wasn't fast. But man, that thing really did its job.
I bet you $20 on Sunday night that Salty's on the LS live stream.
I tell you one thing, dude. I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to admit here in front of everybody. I'm not above putting an LS in something. I don't give a shit what it is. If it's a Mustang, if it's a Dodge, if it's a Volvo, I put a damn LS in anything. I don't give a shit.
Salty,
just like I'll put a Ford in anything. So it don't matter to me.
Salty, you're not going to put anything in anything other than your Peter in your hand.
Well, hell, that is the best thing to work on. You know why? Let me tell you the reason why that's the best thing to work on. Let me tell you the reason why that's the best thing, because it costs no money. It costs no money. I don't need to go buy an oil pan or a piston.
Peter and 2 fingers there,
but here's the deal. You can't take none of the shit with you anyway. So,
hey, like I said, back in the day, if we wouldn't have had people building hot rods, we wouldn't be where we're at today.
I gotta say this:
Hey,
LS,
Ford Blue.
to a Coyote and an LS, I'll take the sound of an LS over the Coyote any day.
So
but I
Ford
love
Blue,
the Coyote speed.
Ford Blue, you've been MIA. I bet you're loving the new house, buddy.
Is the wedding over with? I mean, the honeymoon over with already with the new home?
No, it's just that. No, I love that. Don't get me wrong. I can't get in the garage still, so I'm.
Well,
I get it.
Once you can get in the garage, it'll actually feel like home again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You just can't go out there and work on shit.
When you gave the old house, and you gave the people that owned it the keys, what'd they say?
They didn't. So she wasn't there. She wasn't there. So, and I've never heard from her.
Oh, she's mad at you because you left her ass.
You left her.
We wrote her a really nice letter, and we went to give it to her, and she wasn't there, so we just left it in her mail slot.
In a what?
And
I bet she was happy that you guys went in there and repainted and cleaned the place up real nice and stuff.
We left it in the inbox.
Nice.
So
you left it in her box. That's what he just said. That's all.
Yep.
You talking about me putting my little 4-incher in my hand and you doing that shit with an old woman? Damn, brother.
So Rattletrap, you can get a nasty chop with a mod motor, with a Coyote. You can get a nasty chop with the Hemis. Here's the deal. Here's where the issues with getting the chop on some of these cars is. On a mod motor, the reason that you can't get a chop is because the idle air control motor is fast enough that it will smooth out the idle. The fucking Coyotes, the throttle by wire,
Yes.
Yeah, so drive by wire, the motor in it is so fast that it will flicker to keep the idle smooth. Okay, so the fucking chop, it will pull the chop out of them. All right.
I hate the sound of a Coyote. I'm not gonna lie to nobody.
Huh?
You can get that tuned so it'll keep the chop if you want chop in the coyote.
Right.
You can
But
do it.
like, see the older. Go ahead.
Ford Tech Life's in the house. Say hello.
What's up, Ford Tech?
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Beard?
So there's a trick to getting a mod motor to chop. One, drive-by cable throttle body. Two, delete the IAC and set the idle by fucking screw.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, the
I,
IX.
I was going to say 3. Pull a vacuum line.
Yeah.
That's a Chevy guy mentality, though, Mike Strud.
No, but I thought that the main reason why like the most of the mod motors didn't chop because it wasn't, at least on like the 4-valve one, there's no valve overlap.
If you change the cams, there is, and they make plenty of nasty fucking chopping cams.
No. Then they do. You put Taiwan cams or something in there, then of course. No, but I'm just talking about like the stock engine with stock
So a
cams.
lot of it is in the tune. If you put an intake and carburetor on it, it will have a chop. It'll gallop. I mean, it won't be all choppy, but it'll be gallopy.
On a 4-valve,
makes a nice
4.6.
Yep. Yep.
It'll sound like a three-legged horse.
I love the
Because there's not much duration.
It doesn't matter. You fucking look up the 4.6 motors with intake and carb running the distributor. They have a gallop to them. It changed. Well, so first off, all Mustangs have a gallop, but I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but all Mustangs have a gallop in the exhaust note.
Yeah, they do.
A little bit.
All of them. Even the 4-cylinder cars. They have a gallop in the fucking exhaust note.
That's done on purpose, though.
It is. It is because the Mustang is a Mustang and it's always been different. So Ford has always put a gallop in the tune.
And I tune it out because I want more power.
I don't know. I can say this. I can honestly say this. I have quit buying Mustangs. I am sick of seeing all the high prices on the bastards. I ain't paying that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, they're crazy. They're
Yep. I'm not paying that shit.
crazy.
I love it. It's good for us.
It's good for those like you guys that have them, but for buyers like myself that don't have one, that's wanting to go out to buy one, I'm a cheap ass and I just refuse to pay them prices.
Yeah, but see, here's the deal.
Expensive.
It only matters to us that have them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But people like myself, I would love to have a Fox body. Don't get me wrong, but I refuse to pay the prices these people are wanting for these cars. I'm not going to do that shit. Because I guess I'm so used to buying them cheap when I used to buy them all the time.
That's because you're cheap.
Oh yeah, dude, that's how I keep my damn money in the bank. I don't go blow that shit.
There's my money.
I understand that one.
Yeah.
So, all right. So he said a Coyote chop, it's going to stall out, ain't it? No. So here's the deal. The Coyotes have all four cams have variable cam timing. Okay. So the computer is so fast. What?
Boss man.
What's up, boss man? So the computer is so fast, you can put cams in it. You can put big choppy cams in it, and the computer is so fast that it will move the fucking intake and the exhaust cams back and forth fast enough to keep the fucking chop out. So then you have to go in and tune the variable cam timing to bring the chop back in. Another thing.
You get rid of the phasers, fixes that. In fact,
even with the stock Coyote cams,
power in a Coyote, you have to get rid of the phasers anyway.
Yep, and that's what I was trying to tell Mr. Carmon. He kept having all those issues with Ruby. If he would have got rid of the fucking cam phasers and did a lockout, it would have been choppy as fuck already. He would have lost fucking 30 or 40 foot-pounds of torque, but he had fucking 900 foot-pounds of torque with a blower, so it didn't matter. So if you would have put a lockout system on it, it would have been choppy because the factory cams are choppy with lockouts already.
Wood Metal, I will answer your question since he won't. I hate the Mega Squirt because it cost me 23 years of child support.
Oh God.
I think that's a mini squirt, not mega squirt.
No, if it had been a mini squirt, I'd have stopped at 18, but it was a mega, so them motherfucker got me for 5 more years.
So, first off, wooden metal, I'm okay with the Mega Squirt and the Pimp XS and the Fast and all that. I have no problems with it. Yeah, Ford Tech, I still have several notchbacks. Yeah, I think I have 5 of them still. And I mean, I'm hoping to sell one, but fucking nobody's brought me any money. But
you know, Frank Three's things, he said the only Mustang that he would put an LS in, it would be a 94, 95.
Shit, dude. I put an LS in any Mustang. I put one in the fucking S550. I don't give a shit.
Gary,
Yeah,
go ahead.
but-
I'm just saying,
think-
I don't care.
think Salty likes
A
to
car
just
is a
fucking
car,
talk
man.
it.
I really
No,
like the 95
I'm just-
put on it again.
I'm
But
just not a purist like all you guys are, man. I'm just a car guy. I don't give a
I'm
shit.
not a-
Bama, what did you say?
Hold on a second.
I'm not
Bama,
a purist either, Salty. I don't disagree with you. I really don't.
Bama, what did you say?
I said, go ahead and mute Salty. Do I have a wrench? I can throw him out.
No, you can't. No, you can't, brother. I'm on a panel, bitch. You can kick me out of the chat, but they can't kick me out of the panel. Only Gary can do that one.
All right, so here's the deal. And I will fucking argue. I don't give a shit who you are. I will fucking argue this point. Don't fucking tell me that putting an LS in a Fox body is real hot rodding, because that's off the shelf gay bullshit. Real
I didn't
hot
say it.
rodding.
I never said that. I
Hold
never
on.
said that.
Real hot rodding is making shit that nobody else has, just fucking taking random shit and figuring out how to make it work. Not going down to Walmart and buying some off the shelf shit. That's not fucking hot rodding.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. How many people do you know that has put an LS in an S550 personally?
The fucking kit's gonna be the same as the S197.
You didn't answer my question. I said,
I
how
don't
many
give a
people do
fuck.
you know that has taken an LS and put it in an S550? How many people do
Leave
you
it
know?
to one of these fruitcakes on fucking YouTube to do it as soon as they blow up a V6.
Hey, listen, everybody say hello to Sublime.
What's up there, Kermit?
I'll back
No,
down
I-
so he can come up.
I personally don't know anybody that's actually done it neither, but I would not be against doing it though. That's all I'm saying is I'm not against doing it because, like I said, I'm a car guy, man. I'm not a purist.
Why? Why? Because you can put the
I'll say in
same
the chat.
twin turbo kit on a fucking Coyote and make way more horsepower than a junk ass LS can handle.
That's true.
Because I can build an LS because it's not much different than a push rod, and I don't know a damn thing about the Coyote platform. That
You
is a
don't
hard
have to
platform.
build a fucking Coyote to make the same fucking.
Hold on a
I'm not
unopened-
worried about making the same horsepower.
This is the thing right now. Do not have this discussion with Ken.
No.
Oh, I have it. Every time we talk on the phone, I have this discussion with him, and he cusses me out. Every
Sure you would.
time he does.
I get so much.
Hey, I
fun
already
out of
know
that
where
Coyote.
Ken's at in this conversation. He feels the same way I fucking do.
He's 100% behind the Coyote, dude. 100%.
I love that Coyote.
I fucking hate the sound of a Coyote
Me
unless
too.
it's got twin turbos and bull horns out the fucking fender. That's the only way they sound good. Otherwise,
Then they don't sound good. I'm sorry. They sound like crap because they're an overhead cam.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, the best sounding Coyote I have ever heard was at this past War in the Woods a few weeks ago. There was a guy there. I can't remember. I posted the video on Ken's Facebook page, that Anything for Power, of that guy Spears. I can't remember what his name is. But dude, you talking about that? But that was a purposely built MMR race engine. That's the best sounding Coyote I've ever heard in my life. God, it chopped like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
there are some. I like the way mine sounds, but that's only because I had it, the exhaust made to make it sound better. But it still doesn't sound the way I want it to. Not that I don't like.
you
the
can
car.
come up now, Sublime. Here's
Sublime
the
ain't coming
thing.
up here. He don't come up here and talk to us no more. He stays in the chat now.
When it comes to the LS, the Coyote, and the fucking Hemi, hands down, honestly, my opinion, hands down, the Hemi sounds the best.
Oh yeah, you're right.
However,
Sounds
the
fucking
Hemi's a piece of dog shit.
but it's
Now, if we're talking in stock form, I will agree the Hemi. But if we're talking in built
Yeah.
form, the LS all day long sounds better.
Hey, look. However, power, period, is the Coyote. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
No,
There you go.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but the 60 LS, the 60 LS,
no,
the 60 LS would spank a fucking Coyote. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
it won't.
not
Yes,
even
it
a
will.
little bit.
Yes, it
I've
will.
watched Coyotes throw those things under the bus.
If you
All
build
day
them both,
long.
you build both of those cars the same.
Hang on. What's
The
up, Mark
60's
One?
going.
No, you got to remember this right now. Reason why people don't use the 60 because it's a turd. They use the 5.3 instead of the 60. So what does that tell you, Salty?
Well, there's two different 6.0s now, and there's two different 5.3s. You got the Ironhead 6.0, and you also have the aluminum 6.0. Most people want the aluminum 6.0, not the Ironhead, not the
So
Ironhead.
here's the problem. First off,
5.3 because I'm telling you, this is what's going on around here right now.
Oh
and
yeah, don't get me
actually,
wrong. The
they're actually
5.3,
so
the
hang on.
5.3
So
is
they're
10-to-1
actually
picked over the
making
6.0.
more
I agree,
power out of the
100%.
4.8s than they are even out of the 5.3s.
Really?
Yes.
The 4.8s is not bad. It's not bad. I agree. The 4.8s is good.
Hold on a second. Here's the thing. The 6.0s, I don't care if it's an iron block or a fucking aluminum block. They are super bad about spinning the cam bearings.
Yeah.
Even at low mileage, I'm talking 25, 30,000 original miles and little old fucker owned. They are still bad about spinning the cam bearings.
But I'm not talking about in stock form. Once they're built, like MMR builds their engines, they have cured all that.
MMR builds mod motors.
Dude, I'm talking about I'm talking about in the Coyote thing. But I'm talking about what was that TKM? TKM has solved that shit with the spin, and so is Texas Speed. They have solved that spin in the bearing shit. That shit don't happen anymore in built
And
engines.
that's how come.
Look at my comment. That's all that matters right now. Because what is the Coyote? It is a 5-liter engine.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
The Coyote fucking wins.
All day long. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. So here's the problem. A fucking LS, you can look it up and you can talk to all these people. An LS block, a factory production block, they're only good to about 1,000 horse. Then they have to sleeve them just like a fucking Coyote. Everybody wants to say, well, you got to sleeve a Coyote. You got to sleeve an LS too.
Yes, I agree. I
Okay.
agree. I won't disagree with that.
Anything above 1,200 horse on an LS, even if it is sleeved, they still have to go to an aftermarket fucking billet block. And by the time you spend $5,000-$6,000 on a fucking block, it ain't production no more.
5,000 or 6,000. You better jump on up from that.
I'm just
I mean, you talking about the same thing with the Coyote. You go to a built block like that, dude, you're talking 20 G's for a block.
okay.
Them bastards are expensive.
All right.
So is the LS. The LS and the Coyote both. Are you talking about built motors, built blocks like that? You're talking about $20,000.
You don't get it.
Hello, Bully.
I want a big block. I want a car with a big block in it. That's all I want.
Well,
What kind of speed? Look what kind of speed. What's his name? Jesus, what Maniac gets out of his? I believe his block is still stock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. Last I knew, he might have it sleeved though.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
still
think
a
so.
stock block.
yes,
I'm
you
not
can,
sure if
Frank.
it's sleeved or not.
And the reason why you can do that, and that is the reason why 99% of the people who put those damn things in Fox bodies, they can go to the junkyard and get another block, another LS for $500. You cannot do that with the Coyote.
I don't.
No.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
You just
Let's
can't do
back that up a little bit, please. Can you go back that one message? Mach 1?
Which one?
The last message where you said that you can get a LS block at the junkyard for fucking $500.
That's
Here,
hard to do.
here in Wichita, you cannot touch an LS for less than $1,100.
Yep.
You can get
Salvage
you,
yard.
you can still
You
get them here for
cannot.
$500.
Here, they're stealing them. In the last fucking 2 months, we've had 3 fucking trucks stolen from work.
Damn.
They are stealing the LS trucks, snatching the fucking motors out of them and leaving them laying on fucking black dirt roads.
So
That's funny,
when I
Chef.
left Washington 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, to go buy an engine out of a car, especially a V8, didn't matter what it was, $800 was minimum, and LS cost you more because they knew they could make more money on them. Because
Yeah, but go to that same junkyard and try to buy a Coyote. You won't get it for $800.
you can't find a Coyote because they
Go back.
sell them online.
Go back.
You-
Go back. Go back. The real
It's almost-
mystery is why does the LS seem to work so well in everything except for a Chevy platform?
You know what? You know what? That is a very true statement right there. I will not disagree with that one.
Oh,
I could make money.
oh shit.
But you got to remember that. You got to remember the Fox body is the most universal drag car, I believe, in stock form that they've ever built. With that triangulated 4-link they got, dude, it was just made to be a drag car.
But here's the thing, if you want to get down and fucking talk about it, it's always been Ford, except for the old school Mopars.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Chevy has never had a fucking dog in it. They've always brought fucking Chihuahuas to a real dog fight, dude.
Well,
Always.
Well,
You got-
listen, GM always copied off of Ford, no matter what they done.
There you go.
well, you got to remember who was first to the table building cars. It was Ford. Chevy come later.
And
So
and
every-
Freestyle
you know,
said you
Chevy's
cannot
definitely
find
gonna copy
a
it.
Coyote at a junkyard because they sell them, they strip them out and sell them online. But I've seen them go with transmission, automatics too, and electronics. I've seen them go for 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You
So-
can buy fucking 10 LSs for the price of one fucking damn Coyote.
No. That's the Coyote, the transmission, and the electronics to run it.
So
Okay, well, and that's the problem with the Coyote.
A
You get
salvage auction right now. When you buy a car comes through with a Coyote in it, whether it's a truck or a Mustang or whatever it may be, they're the highest priced cars in the auction.
yes,
has
sir.
a
I will
Coyote
agree.
tag.
Yes, they are.
But here's the deal, too. And here is part of that fucking reason. Part of the reason is because the motors hardly are ever bad. So when they go through the auction, they're worth more.
Unless they're a total front end accident where they destroyed the engine.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I'm
they're
not
burnt to the fucking ground.
Blue, I'm not going to say that because when you go to the dealership right now, Ford by far, by a very long shot, is the highest priced fucking truck on the market.
It's because they're better
Their
quality.
shit is so fucking high.
Problem
Yeah,
is they're killing
Ford-
themselves by pricing themselves so high though.
It ain't because their quality is so much better. I will not ever fucking go that far and say that.
So
because you
hang
can
on,
buy-
hang on.
You can
I
buy a
will
brand
tell
new
you about
Ford and
quality.
it'll have a bad transmission in it, just like a fucking Dodge and a Chevy.
All
No
right, so
damn.
check this out. My wife has an 07 Ford F-150 4x4 with 200 and some thousand fucking miles on it. And when you roll up the fucking windows and drive it down the road, it does not have dash squeaks. It does not have wind noise. It does not have fucking chassis
There's a
squeaks.
difference though. You
Hold
built
on.
that truck.
Hold on,
You
let me
built that
finish.
truck.
That's
Let me
an 07,
finish.
right? 07 you said?
07 F-150.
Okay. Here's the problem: is the new ones aren't that nice.
Okay,
And they
let me
overprice themselves.
finish. My old boss at the salvage yard had a brand new 2021 Chevy or GMC fucking Elevation 4x4 Chevy truck, had 700 fucking miles on it. And when he's driving down the road, that fucking thing's got dash squeaks, it's got wind noise. Tell me about quality. A brand new Chevy truck ain't got the quality of any of the fucking Fords.
No, they start rusting out the next year you have it.
Yeah,
Dude,
no
you
shit.
can, that's the thing about a Chevy. You can stand beside that summit and hear it rust.
I'm telling you, they
shit.
rust out. right when the gas tank goes into the bed, they start rusting out there. I'm
Yep.
telling you, these are
Didn't
horrible.
they just switch? Didn't Chevy just switch everything silently over the last couple of years to aluminum after making fun of Ford for doing it?
Probably, and
They did.
here's the other thing. Ford, part of the reason why, yes, Fords rust. Okay, I'm not saying that they don't rust, But Ford has for really, really long time sprayed a galvanized spray over the top of Ford metal.
Well, another thing too, like a Ford versus Chevy versus a Dodge, what is usually, if you live up in the snow belt, what is usually the first thing that rust on a damn Chevy truck?
The same as the Dodge, fucking round the rear wheel wells and the fucking rocker panels.
And the fucking cab corners.
Yep.
You don't see that. You don't see that on a Ford. Their cab corners hardly ever rust, but they rust in other
I
places.
see the rockers rust right out of those Fords, so don't tell me.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. Gary lives up there in
But I
that
will
shit. So
tell
there
you
you go.
this.
Can't take it.
If you have a Ford, a Chevy, a Dodge, all same year, same make and model, that Chevy truck will have 2 or 3 transmissions and 2 engines in it before the Dodge or the Ford does.
I'm not gonna say that about the new Dodges because they got bad transmission problems.
Yeah, they do. That's because they
Yeah.
went with Allison.
That Ison transmission is trash.
Yeah. And in their last couple Allisons they used were Allison branded. They
Yeah.
weren't Allison transmissions. And
All I'm saying is, to me, don't get me wrong, Ford is a nice truck. It's a beautiful truck, but they are so proud financially
They are
of
way
their
too proud.
damn trucks, dude. They are almost out pricing themselves out of the damn market.
they are.
GM's doing
They
the
are
same
just so much higher than everything else.
That's why Toyota is making such headlines.
GM is doing the same thing. That's
Yep.
why Chrysler are selling their trucks, and you can buy them and afford them. But GM
Yes,
is
I agree.
price is that out of all of them.
Toyota
I tell you,
a lot
but
ahead of
Pinks is right though. The damn Toyota Tundra, dude, they're coming on strong, dude.
It's a good truck.
They are good trucks. I got nothing bad to say about them. They're good trucks.
Hey, the trick is to go into the Ford dealership and buy a brand new Ford F-150 stripped down base model work truck, manual windows, AM/FM radio.
But nobody wants to
steel
buy
wheels.
that though. Nobody wants
Hey,
to.
That's what
you can
Big
get
Block
it for
402
around
bought.
20 grand.
That's what Big
No.
Block 402 bought.
Barbecue Mike said.
Big Block
But-
402 bought one of those blue.
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna
we're,
wreck the piss out of that thing.
Well, that's
What
a
did you say?
Toyota. That's a good one.
But see,
Sublime,
all
what
of
did you
us-
say?
all of us has been got used to the comforts, the creature comforts, and the technology of today.
Yeah,
Hardly anybody is ever going to go buy a
Buy
stripped
that
down
stripped
base
down
model
base
truck
model.
like that.
Some
Well,
of us want a fucking new reliable truck that they can just drive forever, and they don't need all the lick
Bells
your
and whistles.
asshole while you drive down the road things.
Oh no.
If I was to
I
go
need
buy
that.
a used truck today, I'd like to find me about a 78 or a 79 Ford F-150 4x4.
Now,
Yeah, okay.
I'm right there with you,
That's a
Gary. I like
badass
those
truck.
too. I like those too. 100%. I like them.
You're in YouTube jail.
But that, you know what? I even like the mid '80s old square body Fords. I like those too.
What are you doing, bud?
Chef Shade Tree, welcome. Is right. It doesn't make any difference where brand it is. They all rust up in the north where the salt's on the road in the
Hey,
wintertime.
listen, I've seen the rocker panels rust out on all of them because they all collect that salt and it stays there.
When I was working at Nissan, it was one of my last jobs at the company. I was working at Nissan up in Michigan. And there was a Ford truck there. I think it was a Ford. And it was missing like half. It was a newer truck. Half the bed was rusted away on the sidewall around the bed. It was just gone.
Damn, Ford Tech, you done
It's
done
not usual to see that in Michigan.
But the
Ford
thing
Tech,
about
you done it to yourself again, ain't you? You done YouTube jail again.
when they spray that tar up in them,
Yeah.
undercoating, when they spray that undercoating up in those things, that's why they rust, because the salt gets stuck up in there and it eats its way right through that undercoating.
Exactly.
So another thing,
Is-
if you want your truck not to rust, spray some oil up in there.
That you do. You know that guy that I tell you guys about, that half-ass customs? That's what he does. He puts his shit up on a lift. He takes old motor oil, because he lives on a dirt road. He takes old motor oil. He sprays the entire bottom of his vehicles with that shit. And then he drives up that. He drives up and down his dirt road and gets all that damn dust and gravel and shit like that to stick to the bottom of his truck. He don't have any rust problems at all.
Hey, you know the best way to keep your truck from rusting? Take
Yeah,
your
don't buy-
lazy ass out there and spray it down.
No, move to the south where you ain't got to worry about that shit.
I just live in the South or in the Northwest. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Problem is with
No.
Northwest, it rains all the time up there, but you
Hey,
don't have the salt.
And I don't care which truck you have. If you have a truck, the best way to keep the fucking rear bed wheel wells from rusting out, the best way is to take a hole saw, a 2-inch hole saw right on the inside of the bed, right in the top edge of the fucking wheel well, drill a 2-inch hole saw hole, and then pop a rubber plug in it. And then at the end of winter, you go out there with the hose and you rinse all the crap out, and then you pop the plug back in, and you're fucking done, and it won't rot.
I don't even have to. There's no reason to drill the hole. I could just spray underneath and clean it all out. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying so you don't have to get underneath there. And I'm actually talking about where
how tall my truck is.
I'm talking about where the inner wheel well comes around to the outer bed and ties in.
Yeah,
Yep.
not a problem to get into that with mine.
No, look at Frank. These three things. If you had a truck without a turbo, I'd think something was wrong.
That sounds badass.
No, I'm just saying anymore, man. I mean, anymore. I don't care what maker it is. Anymore, trucks have got to the point now to where they are almost getting unattainable for a lot of people. I mean, it doesn't matter who makes the trucks anymore. Trucks, by far, that's the reason why they quit making cars, so they could raise the damn price on trucks. There's a reason why they quit making cars.
Well, no, the thing about it is, though, Salty, one of the reasons why they quit making cars is because the women are rather drive the trucks and stuff then, because the cars were built for the women and the trucks were built for the men. But nowadays, everybody drives a truck.
Yeah, trucks and SUVs,
dude.
Trucks and SUVs. That's the thing going right now.
My wife likes to drive her Mustang.
Yeah, but she don't like. It's not one of those daily driven
not
cars.
Driving your truck so it doesn't get rust is like not fucking your wife to keep less mileage off of her for the next guy.
You know what? My truck doesn't have any rust on it. My Mustang has more rust on it than my truck does.
Goddamn, Pinks, I'd hope, excuse my French, but I hope your truck ain't got no rust on it. Fuck, dude, it's almost brand new.
So
well, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, damn, if your truck got rust on it right now, I'd be a mad son of a bitch, especially you got $100,000 truck, dude. I'd be a pissed off.
Those new F-150s that rusted within the first 6 months.
Yeah, but you got to understand. You got to understand. A lot of these people, and what they don't understand.
Peppers out there.
When they say they work for a company and they're a fleet truck, a lot of these people will pull these trucks up to the next to the building, and when it rains, the water just runs right down on them spots, the same spots, and then they rust right there.
Well, I would love to be able to park my truck in the
He
garage.
said, "Be nice." Noel told me to be nice.
Hell, your truck ain't gonna fit in your garage.
It doesn't fit under my canopy either, but I have some extension poles. I need to raise my canopy, but then my canopy's not really wide enough. It needs to be another 8 feet wide.
So look, all right. So you want to get down to all of them rust? Yeah, they all rust. It's all about which one, who's going to take care of their shit. Because you know as well as I do. Here's the deal. I know we had a customer come in with an '89 Chevy Silverado extended cab. This truck was showroom quality, and it had 100,000 miles on it. The old man had owned it since day one. He washed it, he rubbed it down every day, and he put it in the garage at the end of the night.
I've been doing that shit for 53 years, brother.
I've been doing that for a long time.
Hell yeah, I wash mine down and pat it to bed every night. Don't think I don't.
Listen,
well, I mean, my thing is that every time I take my truck, I'll take it through the car wash and get those undercarriage washes because.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing to do, Gary.
And that old man had to have been doing that because this truck had not a lick of rust on it. It was really nice, even underneath. And it was just, he took very good care of this truck.
And my truck to a car wash, damn it. It's not fair.
And we also see 2020 Ford Transit vans that have giant chunks of rust in it, and it's only got 53,000 miles on it.
That's because they never wash it or do nothing.
They don't wash it.
Right. So,
but
yeah, you can have a vehicle and it not rust because you take care of the fucking thing.
Yeah, but see, I'm one of those type. I cannot own a truck unless I use, because I treat every pickup truck I have as a tool. It's not something I'm gonna drive every day for comfort. It's a tool for me.
Yeah, but you can wash my shit.
Oh yeah, I watch it.
Let me get in on this one right here. Salty.
Yes, sir.
Tool, but even when I use my tools, I clean my tools when I'm done using them.
Well, yes, and I agree. You still got to clean your stuff. Yeah, you still got to take it through, like you said, take it through the car wash, get the undercarriage wash and stuff. I mean, that's the only common sense for people who want to take care of their stuff. You got some people out here, they're just too damn lazy. They don't give two shits about it. They'll just drive it till it falls apart, and then when they sell it, they want $1 million for it. I'm like, dude, I'm not giving you.
Salty. He's talking about his other tool.
Yeah, but
thing right here. Now you got wood and metal. You got a wood and metal garage right here. He's got kick-ass trucks. He really does.
Yes, he does. He's got the old bull-nose trucks.
I wish I had the money and the time to go down and buy them. I would.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, he's got the old flat-nose mid-'80s bull-nose trucks.
Today was
They're nice as hell.
National No Bra Day for the women.
It's like that. It's like that every day for me.
So are you trying to say that you go every day without a bra, Salty?
No.
Yes, sir. My nipples on hard all the time. You know how we used to say back in the day, God, when we was kids, we looked at a girl when her nipples on hard, we say, she got her headlights on. But my headlights been on for a week now.
No, you got Frank Three Stinks. He's got a 215. He's got a 2015 F-150, no rust, aluminum body. Aluminum rust too, buddy. Don't think they don't.
Yeah,
it don't rust. It corrodes. It corrodes.
Same. It actually. So what's crazy is aluminum. What I've seen is it takes longer, but it eats deeper. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It'll pit a hell of a lot faster than regular metal and stuff like that.
And then what's crazy is to fix aluminum, you just have to either replace it or TIG weld it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can I chime in real quick on the expensive Ford things here?
Yes, sir.
I think one more reason that
you got one of those expensive Ford things. Go right ahead.
Sure.
Well, I meant like the trucks, the F-150s.
Oh, okay. So you own an expensive Ford, so you got.
Why don't you just fucking pop in and say what you want to say, Sublime?
That's all. Well, I didn't want to step over money, so I was waiting.
Fuck everybody.
Oh, stop.
All right, nobody. Come on, homie.
The other reason why I was thinking that they do that is because they want to even out their sales. They have people that want to get the Ford F-150 or the Explorer, but eventually they get to a point where they can't afford that, so they want them to go down a step to their Escapes and their Edges and their EcoSplats, but they still know that the people that really can't afford the F-150s and Explorers will still buy them, thus evening out their sales a little bit. I don't know. I could be way off. I could be wrong. But
I think you're right. I don't think you're off. I think you hit a nail on the head with that.
About it, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're 100. I mean, they build things in a different price range for different people that can afford it.
There's a reason that I have to say there's a reason why the F-Series truck is the best-selling truck worldwide for like 50 fucking years.
Because they're badass.
What's badass? Me? I know.
So, look, I'm not going to. So, here's the deal.
I know that egg sandwich is going to make my ass bad here in a few minutes.
My thing is that, I mean, we want to talk about the Pink's wife to find out how really badass he is, and we'll know then.
So,
just call Bama. He can take it.
Here's the thing. A buddy of mine asked me a while back, and I may have said this guy to you guys before. He said, I have $5,000. I need a work truck. What is the best truck for me to get for $5,000?
Toyota.
And I said, what is your year range? And he said somewhere late 90s, early 2000s. Here's the deal.
Chevy Silverado.
Late 90s, early 2000s. I'm a fucking Ford guy, and I told him he wanted a half-ton four-wheel drive. I told him, hands down, your best option is the Chevy Silverado.
Yep.
And he said, why? He said, why? And I said, because the 4.6 blows spark plugs out in the late 90s and in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, The fucking 3-valve is trash. Okay.
For the late '90s and early 2000s, weren't the Nissan Frontiers pretty damn good trucks too?
Yeah,
No.
but you can't put
They're
your hands on
expensive.
one for $5,000.
I saw.
No,
a
but you got to
Mint one, dude, the
understand.
other
You got to
day.
understand that's still a small truck.
Yeah.
If you need a bigger truck, you have to
Yeah.
step up.
Right.
He's wanting a half-ton 4-wheel drive. So
Yeah, I didn't know if a Frontier was a half ton or not. That's why I wasn't
no,
sure.
it's like a
It's like a
Colorado
Ranger and an
size.
S10. It's like
It's
a
a
Ranger and
quarter
an
ton.
S10. So,
So I mean,
So-
really think about it. If I'm going to buy a fucking truck and I got $5,000 to spend, I'm going to buy something from 1990 to 1996.
I
Yeah.
agree,
Right.
100%.
And I'm going to go
100%.
with an F-150 with a 351 Windsor.
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Now, I'm
Right.
gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna hate to say this, but I'm gonna go with a Chevrolet with a Vortec 350 because I've never had no problems out of those engines.
Yeah,
They're
but them
good- they're
fucking
good.
things break
Were they
heads.
Vortex in the
And
90s?
then
though?
Oswell here.
I've never had it. I mean,
Yabba dabba do.
see, but I've
So-
never. I don't drive my trucks like a lot of people. I drive my trucks right, man. I don't get out there and hoss my trucks. I don't beat
Yeah,
on
but-
them or nothing like that. So
So here's the thing with the mid to late 90s Chevys, man, not only do you break heads, but then you have the super trash version of the 4L60.
But I've
at the
never
end
had
of the
I've
fucking
never had a problem with either one of
700
them.
I am gonna say that in I don't know what year, but in 07, the 5.3 with whatever transmission was on it, because I don't even know in my
Second version of a 4L60.
was an amazing truck. And
It was the
never-
best. It was the best half-ton truck.
The only problem with that truck was the brakes with a trailer behind me coming down the mountains in Washington State. Real mountains.
Brakes suck ass.
Yeah. And even when I upgraded them to like some aftermarket trailering brakes, they still were too hot. That's why I ended up going to the
But
350
that's
to
the
get
thing with
the
GM,
diesel.
though. See, those bike brakes back then, they would get red hot driving down the side.
Oh,
of
they
the
were.
road.
They shouldn't. They would.
So here's the
The
deal.
truck itself didn't give me any problems. I loved it. It ran great. It towed
Well, my
flat
dad
trailer, no
would say,
problem.
listen, if you're going down the side of going down Jellicoe Mountain or something like that, my dad would say, do not hit those brakes. Use your transmission to slow you down.
You're damn right.
Yep.
All day long. Yep.
So
I still use the brakes too. I use both, and they'd still be
And
red
here- and then he asked me, he said, well, what if I don't want a Chevy? And I said, then the only way to have a good, reliable truck from Dodge or Ford is you have to fucking build it yourself. You have to buy one of them with a bad motor or a bad tranny, and you have to drop in something that did not come with it.
This guy
What's up,
right here,
Big Block?
he's a good dude, man. Big Black
What's up,
402.
402?
Big Block,
Thanks
what's
for
up?
coming in.
man?
What's up, Big Block?
Did
I'm
you
about to
get
say-
that bumper change?
Real good guy right there. Him and his family are top notch, man.
I just
I
asked
like
about him
him.
the other day in Pink's Life.
He's cool as fuck.
I
Yes,
just
he
need to
is.
know if he got his bumper changed out yet. If he ever painted it and put it on.
Like I said, the 97 Silverado I just sold, man, I never had not 1 ounce of
Right,
problem with
man.
that truck.
Thanks, you
Never
dropped
did.
your car on his truck, didn't you?
Yeah. I let my car fall into his truck for some reason because I was an asshole.
Oh, those are nasty, dude. Throw those away.
What?
Once in a while, I gotta have them.
That candy corn, oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, horrible.
I had some. I had
They're
some
not bad
candy corn the
every
other
once in a
day
blue
that was,
moon.
like chocolate covered, and it was really good.
Okay, it was the chocolate that was really good, but the corn itself was probably.
I like candy corn. I've always liked candy corn because it's just flavored sugar.
Oh, candy corn. Oh,
I-
Me
God.
too. I've always liked them too. I can't complain.
Oh.
I've always liked
I
them.
liked it as
Look,
a
I'm
kid.
telling you, man, candy corn and the garbage can go together.
Yeah, they
Bring
do.
it to me then, because
But I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite candies to eat around that time though. Y'all remember them too? Remember the old Rolos? God, I used to
Oh,
love those damn
fucking
things.
Rolos.
God, I used to have a weakness for those damn things.
Big,
Oh,
you see what
you
Big
got the
Block said
Raptor
right
bumper.
there? Thanks. You see what Big Block said?
I did. He got the Raptor bumper today.
Good
So,
deal.
I got to see it now. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, he wants to know if he's gonna back into it again or not, or let his car roll into it. He's gonna say, "Man, that bumper was not pretty enough. Here, you need another one."
I
Dennis
fixed that
says
damn
he's broken
trailer,
off.
and I fixed my car tie down, so that won't happen again. Everything is locked. It's all clip on. Nothing can just release, and I always hook up my winch now.
Later, Noel.
Hey, Noel, have a good night, brother, and we appreciate
Take it easy, Noel.
I don't know.
we appreciate you coming on, buddy.
No, it's going back to the truck thing. It's cool. You buy what you can afford and you make it work. Simple as that.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you're looking for something that's going to be a decent truck and you don't want to have, the best one is honestly between that year that I was talking about is going to be a Chevy. A Chevy
Yeah, but it's all
Silverado.
according to what you're using your truck for. If you're using your truck and you know you're going to be out there pulling a utility trailer or a work trailer for work, then then you buy something different. You know, if you're just going to be using your truck for a casual, hey, I'm going to Home Depot, buy a few things here. I'm going to run around, pull my little lawnmower trailer. Hell, pretty much any truck's good for that. But if you're going to be
And
using it every
I'm
day as a
talking
work
about
truck,
one that's not going to break down all the fucking time.
well, anytime you buy something used, you're buying somebody else's problems. I don't give a shit. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but at
You're-
the same time,
You're driving on borrowed time. That's just the way it is.
well, my thought is that the 4L60 was cheaper to get fixed or replaced than the 4R70. And the 5.3 is a better motor than the fucking 4.6 2 valve or the fucking 3 valve.
Or the
And the
5.4.
Hemi is trash. And the tranny behind the Hemi is trash. The 4.7 is trash. So, I mean, if you want to take a Dodge Ram and put an older 727 and a 318 or a 5.9 360 in it, then you'd have a good fucking truck.
Or a 12 valve Cummins, then
No,
you're good
let's
to go.
throw an IDI in it. Screw it.
Yeah,
Right.
No,
So
12 valve Cummins and you're good to go then.
that's
Yeah,
why I said if you were going to get one and you wanted something that was going to be bulletproof, then you get the body you want and you put a good motor in it. Say, you know, you take a half-ton Chevy truck and you put a turbo 400 and a 454 in it. That truck's going to be damn near bulletproof.
Yeah, but see, going back to the mechanical side of things, a lot of people these days, it's not the people from our generation, it's the generation after us. Most of these people don't know how to turn wrenches on cars. They take their shit somewhere else to pay somebody to do it.
But
And to
that's
have a better motor to put in it, they don't even know nothing about that kind of
Hold
shit.
on,
why they
Salty?
got to buy a truck with a warranty on it, though, because if they don't have one, they can't afford to get them fixed because they cost too much.
Exactly, Gary.
Hey, I got a question though. Are we supposed to be turning wrenches on our cars now?
Well, I still like turning wrenches on my stuff, but I like turning on wrenches stuff I know how to work on.
I got a question though. Where's that Colorado? Who put the engine and tranny in it?
I paid somebody to do that shit.
See, there you go.
Damn right I did.
Because you're getting old like me. But I'm
No,
about
I done got lazy. I don't want to work on my shit, and I don't have a place to
get
work
it.
on it. So
I totally understand that. If I
he's got, like his shop is fully set up. He's got lifts. He's got all that kind of shit. I'm like, hey, buddy, and he ain't charging me but $500 to do all that shit. I'm like, here, take my money any day. Take it.
Big Block, look what Big Block 4 said.
So what all did you end up putting timing chains in that? Or what did you end up doing to that F-150 that we had? That's the one that you drove down here, isn't it?
Oh wow! So I just read something. I'm sorry. I don't have a clue, not one.
Was it 2 years ago that you came down here already, fucking Big Block?
There you
Because
go,
I thought
Nate.
it needed change when you came down here.
You said it right there, Nate. That's the problem right there. They
I just read something that somebody posted on one of their stories that said Ukraine is not the 51st state, Taiwan is not the 51st state, Israel is not the 51st state. Not one should be sent overseas while you struggle to make ends meet in America. And
I 100% agree with that. But the problem is,
and I see that. That's
But the
We
problem
sent
is-
them so much money, I think we should own them.
but the problem is when we vote these people in office, we don't have the right to tell them what to do. Well, we
But I
do have the
didn't vote
right,
in
but they don't
office.
listen. But they're going to do what they want to with our tax money. Not a damn thing any of us can do about it, but vote them back out and put somebody else in their place.
problem is we have to wait 4 years each time.
And see, and that's the thing. I think the Senate and the Congress, they need to be term limits just like the president has.
They do. Just longer limits than the president.
I'm tired of seeing that people's been in there for 40, 45 freaking damn years.
That is
I'm
true.
sorry. It's time for you to go, man.
I'm
we
thinking
need
like
some,
five.
we need some
4 to
new
5
way of
terms
thinking
at
in
the
there.
most. 4 to 5 terms, and that's it.
I'm sorry. I think they should only have 8 years,
No,
just like the president.
okay,
That's just my personal opinion.
Well, 8 years is what, 4 terms?
No, it's well in the Congress and Senate it is, yeah. But as far as the president, I think like he can only serve 2 terms, which is a total of 8 years.
That's
and
why
I think that's the way
said
Congress
4
and
to
Senate
5,
should be, a total of 8
4 to
years.
5 terms. It's 8 to 10 years for Senate. But you don't want the Senate to be completely all new people. You don't want that. You really don't.
Yeah, but we don't want people who's been in there 45 years neither.
No, we don't. We don't want people that, because it's not the way that the Senate was.
So
designed.
maybe they should have a 25-year term limit.
Well, all I'm saying is the country these days, you have to run this country totally different than you did back in the 60s and the 50s because the country is now a business. It has to be ran like a business.
Everybody
So
said
done
with it.
Yeah, it just has to. It has to be run by a business. I mean, like a business, because that's what we are. We're a business now.
They can't even vote on a speaker. That's no shit.
I didn't.
Yeah, no shit, Gary. You're 100% right. And now we're talking about
everybody stay hiding down with it.
what's up down with it. And what funny thing is, I just heard on the news last night, they voted him out, and now he's one of the leading candidates to be back as Speaker of the House again.
So down with it.
Tell me if that ain't some crazy shit.
I
I'm like, why would you vote him out when now he's one of the leading candidates to be right back in there? I mean, what sense does that make?
Hey, I got a question.
I got an answer.
I got a question.
No, I don't.
I got to go, guys. Appreciate it.
Have
Bama.
any of you guys heard of crack corn?
Later, Bama.
And I don't care.
Bama, take care, brother.
Yeah, I heard the old song, Crack Corn.
No,
Or
hold on.
crack.
Shelly brought
Yeah.
this bag of fucking popcorn home, and it is actually named crack corn. And it's from Atwoods, and this shit, it should not be allowed because holy shit, every time you walk by the bag, you end up eating yourself sick, or you wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about this shit.
Wait, did you say it's caramel corn?
It's
The caramel.
It's kind of a caramel corn, but it's also got like a cinnamon powder over the top. It is so fucking good.
I've never seen the powder thing.
That's why
It is
I've
horrible.
always liked the Munch and Crunch or Crunch and Munch. Man.
This makes Crunch and Munch look like something that should be in the trash can.
Oh, hey, Big Block. I'm gonna need that recipe if it's that good. Because I love my Instapot.
What is that noise?
Sorry,
What's that noise?
I got a evil dog on me here.
Oh, I was like, what in the hell is that noise? I was like, Sublime, put that thing back in your britches. Dude, we're on the live stream.
That's just the way she is.
I just want to know what Pinks is doing to that poor dog.
I was petting her. That's what
I was
Hey,
thinking,
we just
I was
gotta
thinking
worry
that,
if
Gary,
he
but I wasn't
smells
gonna
his
say it.
finger. The way it was howling, he might have been checking his temperature.
The dog's probably saying, motherfucker, you don't need to go that deep to check it.
Yeah, he said you can check my temperature at the first knuckle.
Exactly.
Guys, I didn't do anything to that dog other than pet the dog.
You don't have to go up to the paw.
That's the way she sounds.
I'm going to tell you something. All you guys better straighten up. We got Ford Tech lights in here. He'll
What's
straighten
up, Ford Tech?
What's up, Fortec?
guys? Ford
How you
Tech's
doing, buddy?
trouble like we are. That's why he's in YouTube jail.
Hey, so what did you do this time to cause yourself to go into YouTube jail?
Oh, dude, it's a long story. You don't even.
Hell, we got
You
a
guys
long
don't have
night. Go ahead.
Oh man. So you know
I don't
that
know
old-
if it's that bad. You might not want to say it on Gary's stream because he might go on YouTube jail.
It's Facebook.
Oh, it ain't that bad. It's just a weird story, but I'll explain it all eventually. I don't want to just butt in. You guys keep going, and we'll see what it goes.
Let us know, brother. It's good to see
I just want to know, does it have anything to do with Gavin Newsom?
You know, it's San Francisco. You know where YouTube is based, and some of their head people most likely got wind of some stuff. So here's the deal: I have that 65, and it's like red, white, and blue. Got a bunch of colors, and I ordered this flag, which was Trump in a Mustang, and they called it the Trump Stang. And I thought, you know what? I should make a page just with my Mustang. And, anyways, I put in there in the bio, like, this is to help support, my president, Donald J. Trump, blah, blah, blah. Threw a couple videos out there. And overnight, that thing was wiped off the internet. So I submitted an appeal, and in that appeal, I had to put my name, and they wanted me to actually make a video. And so I started the process, and they said they didn't know nothing about the page. It never existed, even though I had screenshots, all kinds of crazy bullshit. But anyways, I had to put my name in there. So they must have looked up as far as the AdSense shit and seen that, hey, we pay this guy on this page over here. And next thing you know, they went through my page, and anything that I didn't make, like the little shorts, like there's one out there of Beater Bomb that I found on TikTok, and it almost has 1 million views. Anyways, they called that
the Mustang.
Yeah, the Beater Bomb Mustang.
Yeah, I know you're talking
about. Short, but that one and a couple other ones with some TikTok watermarks, and because of that, they said that I had reused content, and they demonetized me.
Oh shit!
People reuse content all the time and get an
Well, there's a flaw as far as copyrights and different shit. If your video is under 15 seconds long, you really should be able to throw whatever the hell you want out there.
It is. You should be, because it should be fine.
Yeah, but anyways, so I got in a bind. And what's funny is I have a Making Mustangs Great page that I have a ton of political shit on there, but it's shadow banned, and my videos get like 2 or 3 views, so I have to reappeal come November and delete any video that may be reused or is not an original content video.
What happens if it's one of yours that was on TikTok and you throw it on YouTube? Because I do the same thing, but opposite. I throw my YouTubes on TikTok.
Well, so I'm not sure how that works. One more thing. If you have, like, say you have a TikTok video and you just transfer it to YouTube and it has your name,
watermark,
the at watermark, but it's you, they're still bitching about that, even though that's your shit on the other platform.
They really shouldn't, though, because they don't have anything to stand on. There's no recourse there. Legally.
So Tom McDonald, the political controversial rapper, did a video and said, you guys can use my music. Anybody that wants to can use my music for free on any videos. We don't care. You can just do it, and we're okay with it. I used it in my videos, and I still got copyrighted.
Yeah, I seen that, where even if you have permission, if it's not yours, they can depend, they pick and choose who they pull down like that.
It's at the point now, if you don't use their music that they approve. Yeah, it's at the point now, if you don't use the music that they approve, they're going to copyright the shit out of it.
Well, most of my music that I use comes from it's I pay for it. I pay for the service. It's a big one. Most people use it. I can't think of the name of it for some reason. It's like ES or something. Oh.
If I use music, since I'm not trying to get monetized or whatever the fuck, I just use whatever the hell I feel like.
Now, when I do shorts, if I need to throw in music, I just use whatever YouTube offers up. But I pay for YouTube music, so I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but it's whatever they offer me, I use. Because I've got a short that I just made earlier because I have some drone footage from the last time I was at the track, but the drone didn't record any audio, so I needed to throw music in there. So I just used some of the stuff they have.
Well, that's the safest thing to do, is use their music.
Yeah.
And even then, they'll only let you use so many seconds of it.
Oh, it's like an 11-second video.
Guys, I gotta mute just for a couple of minutes.
How long is it going to be?
I would be the president. I promise we wouldn't be sending money to not one motherfucking outside of the United States.
Except you'd get
Period.
overruled.
100%.
By
And I'm
Congress.
telling you right now, we would fully go back to we do not negotiate with fucking terrorists.
But
Period.
Reagan.
Be careful.
I remember when Reagan said that. I really do. I remember when he said that.
I remember
Hey,
too.
and that's the kind of president I would be because I'd use the fuck word on the news. We do not fucking negotiate with terrorists. Fuck
Hey,
'em.
I don't. From Israel, it's from Jake's. Damn it.
And he'd say, and you could take that to the fucking bank.
Yep. Hell yeah. Look, and check it out. Another thing I would say is this. If the fucking facts hurt your feelings are the problem.
There you go.
I thought you were gonna say if it hurts your feelings, put your head in the tub till the bubbles stop.
Yeah, until the bubbles stop. And I gotta say, Big Black, I know I typed it, but damn, that bumper looks fucking great. You couldn't have had anything better to happen than my Mustang run into your truck.
Fucking A.
Fuck.
So check it
Oh,
out.
fuck a B, it's got 2 holes.
So I think it'd be more fun fucking an A because that capital A would have the triangle hole. It'd be more fun trying to make it work.
Edges, you got the nice little rounded edges. It's much better.
So my boss bought his son I think I may have told you guys, a 94 Mustang GT with a 434 small block Ford in it, a dart block, AFR heads, blah, blah, blah.
Fun.
Pop up pistons, 730 lift, solid roller cam. It dropped the valve.
Oh.
The head popped off of a valve. And it beat the dog shit out of a piston and passed through the intake, went into another cylinder, beat the dog shit out of that piston, bounced up and went into another cylinder. All right. So he's all pouty because his car's broken. Well, so we band-aided it. We took the heads off, put all new valves in the heads. I buffed the rough spots on top of the pistons, looked to see how bad the dents were. I felt that one of them was broke, and he's like, fuck it, put it back together anyway. It lasted 2 weeks before it started making a knocking noise. And so now he's all, the boss's son is all severely butthurt because it's going to take 2 sleeves in the block to do it right. He's tired of putting C10 race fuel in it, at $12.90 a gallon. And
I would be
he
too.
wants to fix it. So I'm figuring pistons, sleeves, to fix it. And he's wanting to change it to where it'll run on E85. So what I told him was this. I'll trade you my 408 short block that is brand new and it's built with all the fucking goodies for your short block. I'll take your short block that needs pistons and needs sleeves, and you take my short block that's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see. I may end up with a 434 small block going into the fair lane instead of the 408.
Ooh, that would be nice.
You're gonna make that one a gasser look anyway, right?
Yep, but I think if I end up doing that and I have to buy heads or buy pistons, I may buy some canted valve pistons and put Cleveland heads on it.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you're gonna buy some Canfield heads. I
can't afford that shit. I was thinking some eBay aluminum fucking Cleveland style heads.
So you buy some Canfields, brother, you better dig deep.
Well, what I was thinking
They
is,
proud of those some bitches.
well, my thought was this: some Cleveland style pistons on a 434 stroker with some Cleveland heads and a tunnel ram. I was thinking with the 4-speed and a gasser, that would be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Be a cool build.
I don't know if the trade is going to happen. I mentioned it to him, but I haven't mentioned it to his dad yet, which is the one that will make the final decision. But I'm thinking about it.
Oh, officially, happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah, happy birthday, Gary.
Birthday.
Happy birthday. How old are you?
You 16 again?
Well, guys, I
Happy
appreciate
birthday.
that. No,
Cheers.
I'm 58.
What'd you say you was? You was 18? Is that what you said?
58. I'm
Oh,
old.
58.
Going on 18.
He's 58 going on 17.
Yeah.
He's like me. I'm 50. I'm going on 54, but I got a body. It feels like it's about 85.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
too.
like I've been hit by a semi, so
Boy, you ain't lying.
At least you didn't get hit by the ugly stick like Salty did.
But man, that dude, I was born like this. Ain't shit gonna help this.
I couldn't help it.
No, you're good, man, because you ain't telling no lie.
You can go. Hey,
Wooden metal? Yes, I do know that. Luckily, the EcoBoost doesn't have the same problem the old Ford Focuses did.
Hey,
That was mostly the non-Duratec engine.
right.
dude, that is exactly what this dude is going to do to this Ranger that he's buying from me. He's gonna put an EcoBoost in, but he's gonna put a
It was the
3.5.
single overhead cam Escort motor that dropped valve seats. It wasn't fucking the dual overhead cam.
They put that same engine in the Focus too.
Yeah, he's gonna put that 3.5 EcoBoost out of an F-150 in this little Ranger. I said, dude, that'd actually be a cool swap.
It would be.
I said, I want to see it when you get it done.
When I swap engines, I will have a 2-liter EcoBoost engine sitting in my garage. I may rebuild.
I told him, I said, damn, I said,
engines are good, man.
I told him, I said, that little Ranger should freaking scream, dude, with that damn 3.5 EcoBoost in it. Good God.
I've got that 270
If he puts
EcoBoost.
the
I'm gonna
3.5
put
in,
neither
that thing would be
in
fast as
something.
hell.
What was that, Gary?
If you put the 3.5 in there, that thing would be fast as hell.
That's what he's going to do. The dude that's buying from me, he works where my brother works at.
Putting a
And
3.5 in it?
he's putting a 3.5 out of an F-150. He went and bought one out of the junkyard.
Okay, I was thinking 2.3.
No, he's putting a 3.5 with the 10-speed in it.
Hey,
I told him, I said,
got
dude, I
that
want to see this shit.
I got that 3.5 in my pickup, dude. That thing flat out gets it.
They move.
Dude, you put that shit in this little bitty Ranger that only weighs 2,600 pounds. Dude, I don't know how the hell he's going to keep from blowing the tires off the back of it. That's something that's going to have so much damn torque in it. It's crazy.
There's people that put those Coyotes in those Fusions.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a damn little bitty damn Ranger, a single cab 1990 Ranger. This something don't weigh nothing.
Fusion?
I think that truck should weigh 2-wheel drive, short bed, regular cab.
2648 right on the door.
No.
Yep, it's right on the side of the door, 2648.
But that's gross vehicle weight, right?
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's only got
three passengers and so much pounds of luggage and a full tank of gas.
Yeah, but you see, you got to remember, this thing has only got the 2.3 in it. It don't have the V6 or none of that. It's just a little
Whatever
bitty.
it says on the side on the door isn't the actual weight of the vehicle.
Right.
It's the weight of the vehicle with people in it.
And
well, I don't care about the people in it. I'm just saying what the truck actually weighs, because we took it to the truck stop and went across the damn scales.
Oh,
and what's on the door is really close to what that's on its weight on them scales. Because on the door it says 2648. We took it across scales, it was 2677.
That's probably for the fuel that was in the vehicle.
Well, see, I stepped off the scales. I wasn't on the scales or none of that shit. So it was just the truck sitting there on the scale.
You would have been on it.
No, I ain't that damn fat. Dude, you fatter.
How much gas was in it?
Dude, I don't know. The gas hand don't work.
No.
All I got to do is change the fuel pump. Dude, I got a brand new fuel pump. I'm just too damn lazy. I'm just too lazy to put it in there. So all I do to check the gas mileage, I fill it up, drive it 300 miles, stop and fill it up, drive 300 miles. Hell yeah, I got a brand new fuel pump sitting right in the house board. I can just put it in there.
I'm fucking lazy, and I
I spent the money buying a brand new fuel pump and never put it in.
I got a brand new fuel pump. It only took me like 3 months to put it in.
Hey, and I told the guy, I said, I didn't even tell him I had a fuel pump. He didn't get it.
It's
You're
funny.
dead.
Oh, dude, he said, look, he's taking all that shit out of there. So he's not even going to put the stock gas tank in it. He's putting a fuel cell in the truck.
He's going to make it a drag truck.
No, he's going to make it a street truck. But he said he wants a 20-gallon fuel cell in it. I said, well, this damn tank don't even hold 20 gallons. He goes, I know, that's why it's coming out.
Fuel cell's too much.
Man, depends on what you're doing with it.
If you want it for speed, then it's too much.
Well, shit, dude, look, I think he's gonna have more torque than he's gonna have speed.
I have
1035 EcoBoost,
16-gallon
like
fuel
Gary's
cells.
got in his, they make fucking stupid amounts
Those
of torque.
things are fast.
Dude, they make stupid amounts of torque. I don't know
do.
how the hell he's
They
gonna
also-
keep the damn tires. I don't know how he's gonna keep from blowing the tires off of it.
Right.
Look, I got that 3.5 EcoBoost in my F-150.
They move.
Those Hemi Ram Chargers and shit like that, I ripped their head off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. When he told me what he was gonna do with the truck, then I was like, dude, I said, I want to follow this build. He goes, well, come on down to the house anytime you want. Because
So,
he like I said, he works at the company my brother works at. So
You gonna video it?
what now?
If he does do it and you're gonna go down and check it out, you should video it.
If I remember, hell, dude, I'm gonna be at somebody else's house. He might not let me video that shit. This is gonna be in his garage, not mine.
So maybe you can talk him into video it, put it on his channel, and you can link us to it.
He ain't got no channel.
He can bake one. Show him.
That damn kid don't give two shits about no channel, dude. He's only 20 years old. And he's a badass mechanic to be 20 years old, dude. He is the mechanic at my brother's company. They send him out to work on all his heavy equipment and shit. He goes out there and does that shit all by himself. And he's 360 pounds and he's tall as I am.
Just me, or is he breaking up?
No, I hear a badass echo in the background now.
Ain't me.
I know it ain't me because I'm the only one. I'm sitting out here by myself on the back porch with a phone. I know it ain't me. I got Bluetooth.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Ain't you? Somebody left. Whoever left, it ain't doing it no more.
Who we just lose?
Blue
We lose
gauge.
Blue Gauge.
Blue Gauge is up there still.
No, he's not. Not on my screen. He's not.
He's on my screen.
Yeah, he is. No, we lost Pinks. That's who we lost.
Yes, that's who we lost. Is Pinks.
Oh shit! He tripped over a shoe and logged.
Either that or
But
he
no.
tripped over a bent strut.
It'll be cool. I'm gonna ask him if he'll let me come down there and do some video on it. I mean, I don't know if he will or not, but I'll ask him.
Whatever he's doing to his dog, he probably had to go wash his hand.
Oh my lord!
There he is. He's dead. Hi, Pete.
Oh, look at that kitty cat.
Keep
No, I was
that
trying to do
Right.
something. I accidentally exited out of StreamYard. I don't know how. I pulled a Sublime.
Look, man, look at this. This is right up your alley.
That's a cute
Poor
cat.
Blue. Right up your alley of that. 429, 4-volt
Ooh.
main,
4
$1,200.
I want
Damn, that's a good price on that.
money.
That's a good price on that block.
If you're going to build a big block, that's the big block to build.
Hell yeah, I agree.
I
That's
agree.
a good price.
Woody, I just was eating a big bowl of chocolate ice cream. That's why I was chilling.
I just said I would love to do something like a big block in a like an SN95, but I can't afford either. So
You know what I would really like to build one day? And you guys are going to laugh at me. But like a 1972 LTD two-door with a 429 big block in it.
So why would I laugh at that? I think that's cool as hell.
Hey,
And
that's
I
what
was
my
just saying,
hey, that's
why would I
exactly what my 521 big block came out of.
Dude,
I love-
it would be badass. And I'd want
I
it to
love
be
the
a
old
top,
LTDs.
a top loader 4-speed.
But that's the big body LTD, right?
But the
Hell
late
yeah, it is.
model, the late 70s model LTD, which were the cop cars. Friend of
Yeah, I
mine,
remember those.
and that thing was a badass.
Those were driver's ed cars for our driver's ed. Those LTDs.
Yeah, my driver's ed car was a piece of shit. So
So the new Fox body right now has a 306 in it with a
R,
small blower.
who is R? Hey R, I
R.
don't know R.
Hi, R.
He's a letter.
He's a letter R.
This stream brought to you by the letter R and the number 3.
It's brought to you by letter R. Yep. Nope, it has a 306 in it, brother, with a small blower.
Gary, you think you'll ever take that car and put it on a dyno, just see what actual numbers it pushes?
I got the dyno work papers right here, 400.
Oh, okay.
Wood and metal. I was just talking to Gary about that the other day. I am so ready to watch that Fairmont be finished.
Well, how you doing, Ron?
I'm salivating to see that Fairmont finished. Because
let me tell you something. That Fairmont's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm ready to watch the videos when you get them done and have it done just to see it, because I'm really invested in this car mentally.
Well, the transmission's getting worked on right now, and so is the engine. So,
and that's fine. I'm just ready for the more videos to happen.
Well, Gary, now that you put the black, I guess you still got the other ones too. Are you still going to put black 10 holes on the Fairmont?
Yeah, I just put them on tonight.
No, we said on the Fairmont.
On the Fairmont.
Tonight.
Oh, you put them on tonight. Okay.
I put the front ones on tonight. Yeah.
Okay, because I remember you putting 10 holes on the little coupe. I mean, the Fox body you just bought, but I didn't know if you were still going to do that to the Fairmont.
Oh no, I'm putting the 10 holes just like on the Mustang. I'm putting them on the Fairmont too.
Nice.
I got you. Okay.
I say I watched that video with when you put the video you made for it. Those 10 holes on the Fox body are fire. Those things are the shit. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you still plan on painting that Fairmont orange?
It's like a burnt orange, yes.
Okay.
It's like a burnt goldish orange, really.
That's gonna look good with damn black 10 holes. That's actually gonna look really good.
And Nate, I would love to see that if you ever get it done. If you can ever do that.
Wood Metals Garage, I'll be honest with you. Once I get the block back from the machine shop, because I had them, oh my God. I had them, we had all the cylinders because it's board 60 over. So I'm having them all checked to make sure that they're not too thin. What I'm doing with the engine.
Make sure you don't have to sleeve the block.
Yes. Well, I won't sleeve it, so I'm not going to spend that kind of money on that block.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, everyone. I'm gonna bail out. I'm getting kind of tired.
That sound like you are.
Well, you know what? It's good to have you up here, brother, and it's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, nice talking to you, buddy.
When I get some shit done and I get caught up and I'm actually able to do stuff again, I will video and I'll hang out on the live streams and stuff like that. But I am still so scattered from everything still going on from the move and shit. So it's been kind of hard for me to do anything because I can't even hardly walk in my garage.
Oh,
yeah. I was going to ask, since we're coming into that season, Sublime, do you plan on doing any live streams in your off time this year?
We'll see.
Okay.
Have a good night.
I knew we were coming into the season.
Time.
So.
Later,
all right, Blue. Take care, buddy. Nice talking to you again.
Well, tomorrow I should be
brother.
alive
Thanks
most
for
of
coming
the
out.
day.
So Ron, the thing about it is that it's hard to find anybody now that messes with the old Fox Body's computers because everybody's upgraded and everything like that. So normally I take Donnie Wash, and the tunes on those cars are quite different than what they have nowadays.
Yeah. A lot of people go to aftermarket stuff.
To say, don't Neo still do the computers on the old Fox Body?
I don't know.
I thought Neo upgraded and started using newer stuff on his.
No, because Neo's whole business is about Fox bodies. That's what his whole business is based on.
That's what I'm looking for right there, Big Black Sonic. I'm having all the cylinder Sonic tested.
Sonic test.
And you got what's that place that Gearhead goes to all the time? Those guys actually redo the computers. What is that then? Fox Body
Resto or Fox Resto,
classic
or like
Fox
that.
Body or whatever the hell it is. Yeah. What is it?
Rebuilt. They've actually got. They make new computer. You can buy a new Fox Body computer, a brand new one, and it works way better than the old ones do.
Yeah, Fox
they're still the same. They're the same architecture as the old ones. They're just new, so that they aren't falling apart and like dying.
I think the name of that company is Fox Mustang Restoration. I think that's the name of the company.
So Ron, it's probably a good thing to get into because I don't want to change anything on the car that I got. I want to keep it old school. That's why I bought it. You know, because I wanted to keep it.
Let me read that. What is he talking about getting into?
The old Fox body computers. I'm
gonna tell you what. There is a demand for that shit. I'm telling you, that's actually a good thing to get into.
It's coming back.
Oh yeah.
So there are places you can buy remanufactured or new computers for old Fox bodies that are brand new. They're built with better stuff. They're faster, but they have the same architecture as the original computer, so it just plugs right in, but it works better.
Okay, but yeah, he just said he had a problem with his idle and he switched over, and now it's
Yeah, you chipped it, right? Yeah, installed a chip.
But yeah, like I says, is that mine's got the old school chip in it.
Mine did too, and it was horrible swing. Even though it was a upgraded chip, it still had that bad swing when it was idling.
Like I said, Ron, that would be a good thing to get into, man. 'Cause like I said, there still is a demand for that stuff, and people are out looking for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, if they get into that though, I mean, you got to go back into the old school shit, dude.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of that old shit too. I mean, just them things are just not laying around because most of that shit's been discarded now and in the scrap yards and shit. So if you get your hands on a bunch of them, it's worth getting into it.
That you can buy for them.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that don't want the new stuff. They want the old stuff.
When you get that computer back after you buy it and they rebuild it, it's a stock tune. They don't have a chip in them or nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. These new ones it's newer hardware and it's new, but so it works well, but it's still the original classic stuff. It's running the same architecture. It's just a faster processor usually. That's all. And they're easier to work with, and they're like buying an aftermarket ECU. You know, it's just like that because they can be modded easier.
Well, Rod, are you talking about the idle when like you're releasing your clutch and the car's jumping around, or what are you talking about? What do you mean by the idle? I mean, it's just not idling correctly, or?
Yeah, I'm just saying the Fox body market right now is blown up so much. Anything you can do to old original parts to restore them, make them good again, people buy the piss out of that shit, man. They'll get that shit. Bro.
Nate wrote it down. It's Pimp standalone ECUs. They're like an aftermarket version of the old ECU.
So I had a dream last night. Oh, good.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Sblon.
I was gonna say I had a dream last night that I bought a Fox body, and you know, I was in my car. You're going over stuff just to see what it has and what it don't has, and of course, who pops into the dream but Mr. Fox Body Funky, and he starts critiquing the hell out of the car. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, you know that would happen in real life too.
Funky would probably love to know that he popped in your dream.
It's too funny.
I really miss having my Fox body. I loved him.
After Funky popped into that dream, though, did it turn into a wet dream?
That's what I was going to ask. Is it like somebody was holding your finger in warm water?
It turned into a funny nightmare, as always.
No, I'm just telling you, some of the parts on a Fox body, especially there's one that the aftermarket is just blown up and it's expensive.
And there I am.
If you can get old quarter glasses and restore them, make them look like new again, dude, that you won't be able to keep them on the shelf.
God damn it!
Fucking Funky.
Quarter glasses are expensive as hell for a Fox body. Holy
quarter
shit.
Glasses are expensive for every freaking car.
Man, they are proud of those bastards, boy. I'm telling you.
When I had my Focus, or my original Focus ST, somebody tried to break into my car and they broke that rear quarter window. It was the most expensive window to replace in my car.
I'm sure it was.
It's only this big. It's like this big. Oh wait, big.
The question Ron's got right here. Any of you guys install AFR into the Fox body? I need to do that next and hook to the computer.
MJI. Oh, there's a few people.
Now, Funky might have done something like that, but I personally have never done it.
Oh, now you're going to bed. Okay, Funky, fine. Be that way.
Well, where the hell you been? Tonight's Friday, dude. Your ass supposed to be up here hosting this live stream. Where the fuck you been, man?
He's been looking at his dog. I talked to him earlier. He said he wasn't going to go live. I said, why? So you can look at your dog?
So the thing about it is, though, Big Black 402, you say you need to buy a Fox body. That's why I bought that Mustang, because I just needed to get a Fox body Mustang. I got the Fairmont I'm building, but I needed a Fox body Mustang, so that's why I bought the red one. And I'm glad
Actually, no, I didn't phrase it that way. That wasn't
I can
proper.
honestly say that is one damn thing I don't need to buy. I'd like to buy one, but I don't need one.
So it's funny. I have owned in my life, I have owned about 8 or 9 different Fox bodies. I have never owned a coupe. They've all been fastbacks. Every single one of them.
I've owned coupes, but I much prefer the LX over a coupe. That's just me personally.
86 Capri.
Yeah, coupe.
I just love
Capri.
I love the LX hatchback.
I've owned a couple of LXs too, but they were all hatchbacks. Every single one I've owned has been a hatchback.
If I bought a Fox, it'd be an 86
Owned a
Capri.
coupe, and the coupe is the one I always wanted.
Like I said, I just prefer the hatchbacks, man. That's just me personally. It's what I like.
I like the look of the hatchback better. When it comes to drag racing, I'd rather have a coupe because it's easier to get to that point.
Well, most people do because they want to cut that excess weight.
Yeah, exactly. It's excess weight and it's less rigidity in the body on the hatchbacks. So you have to make the hatchback more rigid. You have to add in a couple more connectors.
White Philly cheesesteak.
So this is the thing, all right.
Philly cheesesteak. Oh man, why
Don't ever buy a GT to drag race.
There's a story. Oh, go ahead.
Why not, Gary? I have to know this because I've raced a bunch of them.
Listen, the GTs are much heavier.
Yes, they are.
All that bullshit on them. All right, take it off, put the LX on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Hatchback, it's a lighter car, but they also spin a lot more on the back end too. The notchbacks, I mean. The hatchbacks, they got a little more weight back there. They're a little heavier, so it's a little bit easier to get the wheels to hook to the ground.
Yeah, 100%. Easier to transfer the weight.
Exactly.
They say the notch is the best, though.
That's what they say.
Notch or the coupe, as I call
it. Well, the notch is the best because it's lighter. That's why.
Lighter.
That's what they say.
An LX notch is the best one to go with.
Well, every notch basically is an LX.
I prefer the look of a hatchback. That's me personally. That's what I've always owned. But if I was going for drag racing, which is what I wanted to do with one of the last couple ones I've had, I'd rather have the notchback because it's lighter. It's a shitload lighter, and it's got a more rigid frame. So it doesn't twist as much without adding a lot more support to it.
No, they're not. The frames are identically the same. There's no difference.
Yeah, it's different. They still twist.
They're identically the same.
They're not identically the same.
Yes, they are. They're identically the same.
No, they're not.
There's no difference. There's no difference. Yes, they are.
There is a difference.
Identically.
We're not going to argue this point because they are the same.
No, well,
thank you, Gary. They're identically the same.
Look at the crash test on them, and you'll tell me that they're the same, and they are not.
Listen,
they have.
People are cutting the tops off of the hatchbacks and putting the notch tops on them so they can have a notch.
Yes, because it's lighter and has a third member that is stronger than the hatchback.
It's got the same body my Fairmont got underneath of my Fairmont.
Yes, the underneath and the bottom.
They have the identical, the same subframe, identical, 100%. There's no difference between a notch and a LX. I mean, there's no difference.
Rob's got it right there. Plus the hatchback, you can put the seats down and bring a chick in the back.
That's right, 100%.
You get a notch or a hatchback without the seats, and you don't have to worry about that at all. Which is the first one I owned didn't have any rear seats in it. It was just perfectly flat carpeted.
So this is my question right here. So the Focus RS WRC out of England, that was a totally different car than what they had here, is it not?
Yes, it was.
I mean, that car had like 5 cylinders or something crazy.
They didn't have an RS here anyway. They never had an RS here until the final one.
But didn't the WRCs have like a 5-cylinder or something stupid?
Yes, they were a Volvo engine.
See, now that I am totally lost on.
Engine.
I have no knowledge of that.
Her head would hit the trunk in a coupe.
Hey,
So
trust
there's a
me.
story.
You can still get a piece of ass. You can still get a piece of ass in a coupe. Trust me.
Hang on. There's a story in what?
I was just going to say there's a story behind what Funky said about that bite of Philly cheesesteak. He went to Arby's tonight because I called him, and he just ordered mozzarella sticks in the drive-thru. They told him to go around by the door, okay, pull around by the door. He waited for 20 minutes for these goddamn mozzarella sticks, just mozzarella sticks. So they give him his food. He takes off, and he's like, this bag feels heavy for just mozzarella sticks. So they gave him the cheese popper, jalapeno poppers, or whatever it is they have there, and a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. So he took one bite of Philly cheesesteak sandwich and friggin' said it tasted like shit and didn't eat any more of it. He said, but the biggest thing was that he was pissed off because they forgot his fucking marinara sauce for the frickin' mozzarella sticks.
Oh no.
Dude, you can't eat them mozzarella sticks without marinara sauce. They gotta have them.
I will say this: the Philly cheesesteaks at Arby's are ass. Do not order one.
Oh, it's too funny.
I can't say that, man, because the one we got down here, they make really good Philly cheesesteaks.
Really? The ones
Yeah,
I've
they do.
had
Actually, they're good.
ass.
Jalapeno poppers.
But I
Now,
know
that's
what a
something
real
I won't
Philly
eat.
cheesesteak tastes like. So
I ain't eating no damn jalapenos, nothing.
I
I
love
love
jalapeno
jalapenos,
poppers.
man.
I used to love them, but when you get ulcers, dude, you don't eat that shit no
I
more.
understand. It hurts me to eat them.
You boy, that shit will light your ass up.
I like.
Don't-
There's one place I didn't realize I'd like them as much as I did at Flobama in Florence. They make jalapeno poppers different from anywhere else I've had them, and they are so tasty. They've got a different. They're filled with like a cheddar mix, and it's really good.
One guy at a gas
Why-
station told me once, he said, I bet that thing passes everything but a gas station.
Yeah, no shit.
Sublime, have you talked to T?
Yeah.
Gee,
He called
tell
her.
you about he tell you about
He
the
did.
news?
Yep.
That shit's awesome, man.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear about it because
I think it's freaking cool as hell, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you, boys and girls, a little something right now because I've been on here for 3 hours, and that is never. So
You know what happens is we start talking about food. Now he's gonna go munch.
I'm going to go to bed.
Well, you still might munch.
Hey, you guys, no, I ain't munching that because she just had surgery. So
Oh
anyhow,
no, you're right. You ain't munching that. You might be licking the ass though.
you guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thanks for coming up, man. This was a freaking awesome stream.
Damn right it was.
If
Thank you for
anybody
having me.
wants to stay on, I can go live real quick, but not for very long.
Okay, so Pinks is going to go live and pop out of here. Guys, thanks
we
a
go.
lot. I appreciate all you guys for coming up, and thank you. And everybody in chat, you guys are awesome. And if anybody tells you any different, I'll send Sublime after their ass.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Hey, or if somebody was to do that, a total stranger was to do that to my car, I'd roll his damn head up in the window.
And meet 'em.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, that dude
What
has a
days
bad
do we
day.
usually meet? Well, I run a set or Wednesday night stream every Wednesday, but
Yeah, we usually have a meetup sometimes in Tennessee, sometimes in Michigan, sometimes just wherever.
I think he was talking about the streams, on the streams.
Oh,
Yeah.
the streams, yeah, we always hook up. So
Yeah,
See y'all
Pink's
later. I'm
Garage.
gonna go start the stream. I'll be back.
Yeah, Pink's Garage
All right,
hosts his live stream every single Wednesday night. So, all right, Gary. Again, thank you, buddy. Everybody on chat, thank y'all. Have a great night.
All right, Gary.
We'll see y'all over in Pink's if y'all show
Later,
up.
Fortech.
Later,
Later,
guys. See
All right.
everybody later.
good one.
I'm gonna
All
take a break and then I'll pop back out there. We'll see you guys.
All right.
later, guys.
Peace.
Yeah.